Yo, what's going on, peoples, man? What's going
What up?
on, man? Parlay with us. Hustle Stack, Stony Brook, Mr. Beans, Sean Doe. Um, Mr. Bean should be joining us shortly. Sean Doe will be coming through as well. So we're gonna hold it down for them until they, appear. But yeah, man, this is post post NFL season. Everybody's trying to get it together. This is a tough time for a lot of NFL fans out there. But man, look, man, we got March Madness on the horizon. So
Yeah,
we
man.
got some good college basketball.
All y'all
So,
football,
we'll be all right.
all y'all football people out there, man. Just this, you know what I mean. Y'all got to broaden y'all horizons, and not stick with one sport. You know what I mean. So you got to stay on multiple sports. Like you just can't be on one sport. You got hockey. Y'all can get into some hockey. You can get into some basketball. Like a lot of shit is going on right now besides football. Like only time you should be sad is that dead period when everything's over. You know.
Yeah, that summer.
Yo, Stoney, they should switch that, yo. They should have at least one type of like NBA should switch, like, you know what I mean?
Because think about it. After the NBA finals, man, that's like the worst period in sports right there. Because all you have is baseball.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
And not taking up from baseball. I like baseball, but it's too early. It's early in the year. It's just there's nothing to look forward to, at that time. But hey, it's the summer. I guess everybody's gone for the summer. I guess you gotta look at it like that. Enjoy your summer and the beach and everything. And when summer's ending, you already know football will be coming back. But yeah, you're right, T. You gotta get into other different sports, man. I've been doing that. I've been college basketball. I'm really getting into that. NBA, you already know. We on the NBA. So yeah, man, we're in good hands, man. We got plenty of other sports to get into that has a lot of excitement. And I'm looking forward to this March Madness, coming up, and the NBA second half.
Yeah.
So, everybody's gonna be going for it, man. Everybody's gonna try to get in rhythm because it's that stretch, man. That second half is that stretch. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, me too, man.
But
I can't wait.
on that note,
I really can't wait for March Madness, man. I'm fiending for some March Madness, actually.
Yeah, God, to make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, son get through.
Yeah, what up? This is Mr. Beans here. It's Parlay with us. We got Stony Crooks. We got Hustle Stack. Sean Doe will be in a moment. What's the deal, guys? How's everything going?
Yeah,
everything's good. We were just talking about March Madness and how there's people that's still recovering from the Super Bowl and just can't accept the fact that football is over. But we got a lot of good things coming up.
Yo, they still talking about it like it just happened last night.
We was just letting people know about that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, yo, Shanahan is a sucker, man. Why he fire that dude like that?
Yeah, he's a sucker for that, yo.
Yeah, that's some real.
Yeah,
you know, wrong. Yeah. I like Shanahan, I do, but that's that. I wasn't feeling that right there, Stony and Beans. I wasn't feeling that how he did that.
Well, he did. What's his name?
Did he base it on the last drive? I mean,
yeah.
Did the last drive do him in? You think?
Yeah, no. I'm telling you what happened. Y'all, I believe Wilkes called him out behind closed doors, man. I think he called him out like, yo, dog, like you could have did something better. You fucked up the kickoff. You know what I'm saying? You should have deferred. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that dude, Shanahan might be a little egotistical and didn't take that the right way instead of taking it like
because they don't. Not to cut you, but they only scored 19 points in regulation.
Yeah, and if it wasn't for that muff punt, who knows?
No, but and you know what? To his defense, right? the defense held Mahomes to what, 6 points in the first half?
Yeah.
Why didn't the 49ers score more? So you could throw that on Shanahan. So I think it's more Shanahan than the defensive coordinator. They both can take the blame, but my God, what do you want him to do if he held the one of the high scoring offenses to 6 points in the Super Bowl, not just a regular season or regular
Right.
playoff game? This is like the big stage, man. To
Right.
hold that team to 6 points, they should have scored more. That's just plain and simple.
Yeah, I mean, and then like I know at the beginning of the joints, this Steve Wilkes had called out his defense because that defense was not playing well in the playoffs. 49ers defense, and they played well in the Super Bowl. I'll give them that, but against Detroit, they didn't play well. Against Green Bay, that defense didn't play well. But I'm just saying, I just think he questioned them behind closed doors, like Shanahan. That second half, Stoney, when they came out and the Chiefs got that interception, 49ers had a chance. When San Fran got that interception against Mahomes, they had a chance. They was in plus territory. You know what I'm saying? You got to come out with some points. We all know Mahomes, you got to put points up on the board, dog.
And you know what the key was, Stacks, too? KC's notorious to come out the second half and scoring and just starting that momentum. They didn't even have that momentum second half. They didn't even score the second half. They didn't get busy till what, the last quarter? Damn near, you can say.
Quarter.
I mean, what more can you ask for the guy? I mean, you can't hold. It's like you could hope to contain Mahomes. You can't just think you're gonna shut him out, man. You know, you gotta know he's gonna make that run. So you want to give yourself that nice gap. So when he does make that run, your defense will have enough where, he's going to make that run, but he just didn't have enough because you guys scored enough to separate yourselves from KC making that comeback. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, you ain't wrong. Like you said, it was a lot of bonehead decisions, especially offensively for Shanahan, for me. like man, but he's known for doing that though. That's what they say. He's known for doing that, though. This ain't the first time he did that. Like when he was coordinator, when he was with the Falcons, though, he didn't run the ball. Like they had a chance to really ice that game, and he fucked that up.
They should have ran the ball.
Yeah, they should have ran the ball.
Yo, listen, and then to recap off of condolences to the woman that lost her life in the in their parade, man. Y'all heard about the parade shooting?
Yeah.
Crazy.
The kids, a lady, I think she was a DJ. Her name was Lisa Lopez, actually. She was a DJ out there, maybe in KC. She ended up catching it, like, and it was some young, once again, young bloods just don't know how to act when, in a large setting, man. An argument ensued, and then next thing you know, people are getting shot and killed. That was crazy. That messed up their little vibe that they had going.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Even for TV, people was just like, damn. The next morning, I mean, the same day, they was ready. You know how the media is ready to hop on something. They was about to hop on that KC actually parade, and they didn't. You could see it wasn't really like a thing out there like that because of that damn shooting. But
it took away from everything.
All from some young knucklehead cats.
Man. Yeah, some knuckleheads, man. Just ruining the moment. And they got little babies out there. They got kids out
Everybody,
there.
Family, children. Come on, man.
We gonna pop off at the fucking parade, dog?
Parade.
What's wrong with you, dog? Like, the beef can't wait till you go back around the way. You know what I'm saying? Like
wasn't around the way beef. I think just an argument that just ensued in a little setting.
Yeah, that's what they saying. An argument just jumped off, man. It was an altercation.
Who go to the celebration parade with the blicky though? That was up with that. Like, who you out there with your kids, dog? Like
right.
You out there with your kids.
I know that's how life is right now in America. Like, everybody's, got the blicky. You know that. That's how life is in America right now. But at the same facts that, like, you're going to an event that has families, you know, and kids. Like, leave that alone, man. Like, leave that home. Leave that in your truck. Leave that in your car.
Yeah.
You know, why you gonna walk outside? But you know what the mentality is? That's how the mentality is. They stay strapped all the time. And not just now older white folks or older black folks or mid-aged black folks, mid-aged white folks. That's everybody now. Like, that's men, women, and even sometimes child. You see what I'm saying? So it's a weird lifetime we're living in. But yo, move on from that. Geno Smith is going to collect $12.7 million. They're keeping him on the roster as the quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. That's just some news I'm just throwing out there.
I like that.
Yeah, I like
I
that.
like that.
I don't see like what a direction was they gonna go.
Right.
That's true. You're right. You're right, Stacks. What else were they going to go? But you know, Geno's going to have
I mean, shout out to that head coach though. You know, that head coach had to sign off on that.
That's true too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they saying he got a They said he got a $9.6 million roster bonus due on March 18th, as well as a $200,000 workout bonus. Geno about to eat they said for 2024, Geno's gonna make 22.5.
Yeah, I think. Look, but don't get me wrong. I think Seattle they'll probably entertain another quarterback, but that's a great quarterback to have on your roster
to build another quarterback. Yes, you're
exactly.
Right. I
and
know
if
what
he's
you're
gonna be that bridge to that next quarterback, he's
right.
great. He knows the system.
You're
He'll
right.
probably add some pieces and you know take it from there.
Yeah, you're right.
Drafting the quarterback. This draft here is kind of loaded with quarterbacks, to be honest with you. So if you
think they won't draft somebody, Stacks, like somebody deep in the third, late, maybe?
Yeah, I think they'll draft somebody late.
The talk for them, Stoney, is they talk about Penix over there. I heard that his name being mentioned up a lot over there in Seattle.
That might work for Penix though to go over there with Geno.
And he's still in Washington.
And he's still in Washington, where he's played for a few years now. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be if they can get him. You know, I mean, because I feel like Penix is gonna go. He's gonna go high.
You think first? You think first round? You think first round high?
I don't think so.
Man, maybe. Man,
think about that. Man. Is he first round high? Forget top 10. I'm just saying first round high. Is he gonna make?
So I think so. I think he made it. He made it to the. I think the fact that he made it to the national championship.
National championship. Yeah.
I think that's gonna give him.
But it's the knees. It's the knees thing, though, Crooks.
Yeah, that's what's scaring. It would scare me.
That's what's scaring a lot of people. The two ACLs on the same knee, I think.
Yeah. It would scare me. It would scare me.
Yeah, true. But that's still a good scenario for Seattle to work with, though. I think so. To bring Penix and has Geno as his mentor. That might work. That might work.
Yeah.
And another room out there is that Pittsburgh is trying to go after
Justin Fields.
Dude from Chicago.
Yeah, Fields. Yep.
Justin Fields. Yeah, I think they there's rumors that they targeting him. And Justin Fields, Pittsburgh, he's a Pittsburgh type player.
Quarterback,
I think that
y'all don't think he would work here. Y'all heard about the rumor coming here too.
Yeah.
I don't think we. I mean, you know what? I can't say we don't have the system because we're gonna have a new system in place. So hey, I'll be open to that. Look,
they were saying
Rambo,
sorry. Yeah, sorry to cut you. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, Crooks. But they were saying based on that scenario, what they were saying is that we would trade down. I think take Atlanta's pick, which might be 6 or something like that. Draft Azuma, whatever his name is.
The wide receiver.
The wide receiver out of Washington, because he's supposed to be the second best thing coming out of college as far as wide receiver. After Harrison.
Harrison, there's another one.
No, there's that kid from LSU. He's good.
That kid.
Yeah.
That kid. Yep.
So they were saying take him at 6 or something like that, right? You're going to get another 2 picks somewhere in the late rounds for draft to trading down that third, right? Pick up. They were saying something about getting Justin Fields for a third rounder or a 6th rounder, something like that. Getting Justin Fields for like a third rounder, bringing in Zuma, and then drafting in the middle rounds offensive linemen. You know what I mean? And then with the rest of the picks going on defense.
Yeah, that's what I
So
heard.
Justin Fields or Zuma, however you want to pronounce his name, and some protection. They saying that might look good. What we got now too, adding to what we have now.
Yeah, they definitely have to address the tackle position, but it's gonna be so interesting to see how this team drafts and the direction they're gonna go in, because what does a team do, or where does a team start when you need everything damn near? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Except for
it's
defense.
crazy.
Defense, they don't. The
Except defense, you can play with. You can play with. You can just. The defense just need a couple tweaks.
Right.
Tweaks.
Right.
Yeah.
But that offense, like you said, that offense, you can go across the board. I mean, I always say across the board. I like Pop Douglas at the slot. I think he kind of locked up that slot position. If you ask,
he might work out.
Yeah, I think Pop gonna work out. But after Pop, but Stevenson, I like Stevenson. I think Stevenson gonna work out. I think you still need another running back behind him, though.
Yep.
You need another running back behind him. I think, like you said, after that, it's like wide open, though. Especially that tight end. Like I keep saying, man, everybody keep talking about the quarterback. We still ain't just that tight end since Gronk. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
We tried in the free agency, but
yeah.
You're right. That's a good topic. That's a good situation. Yeah, you're right. We might have to rethink that. What you call it, man. That tight end position, man.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, I don't see this kid Hunter Henry being here. Like
he's out of here.
I think he's out of here, bro. Like,
and another thing, what do y'all think about our running back position?
Yeah, I like Stevenson.
But he needs somebody else with him.
Yeah, he needs.
That's what we were just saying. Stacks was just saying that. I know you probably took your attention off, but Stacks just said that Stevenson needs somebody else behind him.
Yeah, okay. I agree.
You know what I mean?
It needs
somebody versatile, somebody who could catch out the backfield.
Yeah. Not the same type of player. We the same type of running back. We need somebody who that 1-2 punch.
We need that Shane Vereen. Yeah,
that Shane Vereen.
Man, I like that Khalil Herbert over there in Chicago. We could pry him out of that situation. I like him, man.
They trying to build over there, so
they building over there. That's true.
Yeah, we need that dude. We need that monster that could come out the backfield and catch some balls and play. Them get back to those screens. What I mean? Yeah, things like that. You're right. You can't do a screen. Stevens is not really built for the screen game like that. Now, if they were blocking correctly, he might be built for the screen game.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If the blocking was there, think about it. Scheme. Stack said it. Scheme. It's scheme. The scheme got to change. Hopefully, the scheme we will see a different scheme in the team.
One thing not to cut y'all. Shout out to I don't know if y'all that shorty Caitlin Clark, man. She just broke the scoring record. I've been watching her, man. I ain't seen a jump shooter like that since Steph. She is pulling up from half court like it's nothing. Like
she's doing her thing, man.
Stacks, let me ask you: I'm not saying I don't know too much about women's basketball, especially collegiate, but I know last year LSU tried to they had a controversy with LSU shutting her up, and I guess that girl, what's the girl that plays for LSU? So
Angel Reese.
But my question is,
what's her name?
Angel
Reese, right?
Yeah, I wasn't.
My question
feeling her vibe.
No, I like her vibe. My thing was because you know what?
No, I like her, but I don't like the way she.
I didn't hear you. You paused for a second.
Go ahead, Beans. No, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, is this girl Caitlin Stacks? Is her like, is she like a natural?
Yeah, dog. She must see TV.
Okay.
I
I
actually,
don't know. I'm just asking,
yeah,
man. You know
y'all
what I
gotta do
mean?
yourself a favor and just watch her. Just watch her play one game. If you got a chance to watch her play,
No, and
the jump shot thing, Stoney, is just crazy where she's pulling up from. Like it's like she's that guy. You got to pick her up at half court, like a full court. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
And then Stoney, if you pick up too close, she'll cut you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when she beat South Carolina last year, I didn't
handle.
Yeah, she can. She tough.
Oh wow, I
She
gotta
tough.
watch
yeah,
it.
she's
And
tough. I watched. I got to watch it last year. You know, when she lost to Angela Reese and LSU. Like, yeah, she's a great player, man. She's a good player, man. She's gonna thrive. She's gonna do her thing, man. And when she definitely come to NBA, she's WNBA. She's gonna do her thing. She shoots good, man. Let me tell you, I saw it.
It's great.
I saw her play, and you know, that whole Angela Reese fiasco that when they went at it, the whole and all that. Look, it wasn't no big deal, but Angela Reese, I feel like she should have shown a little more class, because I'm not saying that she didn't have a right to do what she was doing, but just show a little more class, you know, in terms of, like, you know, you're on the national stage, and it just, you know, it just makes you look kind of petty. But that's how I got drawn to them, you know, during that tournament that they had. And that was an upset too. I think LSU beating Iowa last year was an upset, right, Stacks? That was an upset.
No, I wasn't upset
oh, it
because
wasn't.
because remember, I mean, LSU had a team, man. They was loaded. If you remember,
okay.
they was loaded. But the upset was when Iowa beat South Carolina. Remember that? That's when nobody expected Iowa to beat South Carolina.
My girl coaches in South Carolina. Dawn Staley.
Yeah.
That's my girl. Real quick, because they asked her, like, hey, so what you gotta say about the booze and stuff like that? She was like, yeah. She was like, I thought they were telling me, hey, boo. Some shit. Like, when she downplayed it, yo, it was smooth, man. That was smooth on her part. She was like, yeah, they was calling me boo.
Yeah, she's a good coach. She's a great coach, actually.
Yeah, she is a great.
Yeah,
coach.
she was a great player.
She was a good player too. Yeah,
exactly. There was talks about her getting an NBA job at one time.
Wow.
Yeah, there was talks about
sitting on the bench. That's right. I think they wanted her to sit on the bench. Yeah.
Like, it's gonna happen where a woman gets an NBA head coaching job. I mean,
oh no, yeah, I think they're gonna break that ice at some point. They already had them. They already have you know, female coaches sitting on some benches. I think San Antonio was one of the first ones to do that type of to integrate that, which is a good thing. Because I'm sure, you know, ball is ball, you know what I mean? It doesn't even matter just because, you know, the gender thing that people make it a situation, but ball is ball.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, especially basketball. Like, basketball is so universal. Like you said, Stacks, you said it. That's a universal sport. Everybody picks up a basketball. I don't care if you got a crate or whatever it is, a hoop or whatever it is. I don't care what country you in. You bouncing that rock and you trying to put it in the hoop. So it's an international thing. It's, you know, it's something that everybody camaraderie with and get on a little court and go play with each other like we grew up playing. You know what I mean? So it's like that. It brings people together. So, you know, basketball is a thing, man. Seriously. Now that we're getting into basketball, March Madness is coming up, you know, and yeah, the NBA's in the they're in the what you call it, they All-Star weekend this weekend coming up here.
That second half is gonna be serious, man.
Yeah, I think it's the All-Star game. It's in Indiana this year, right? Yep.
You know what the NBA has become? It's become and people want to get on Kawhi, and not even Kawhi, the Spurs, because I think Popovich and the Spurs introduced that load management to the
I
league.
agree. I agree, Stoney.
That was
Oh yeah.
as much as they was talking smack about that whole situation. Yo, it's working. It's been working. They don't want to admit it, but it's been working because now you're gonna have players fresh. You're gonna have players, hopefully injury free or just ready to go. Because the postseason is a tough stretch. People gotta understand the postseason is a real tough stretch, man. I mean, some of these players got to play the whole 48. So
Yeah.
that low management is working, but I get it. They got to do a better job with it, though. They can't get too crazy with it. I think sometimes they get a little out of hand with it, but they got to manage it the right way.
The Celtics do it is good, Stoney. They don't play Al back to back, and they flip flop him and Porzingis. Yeah,
right.
They flip flop. Sometimes they do. They do. I think JB said something that JB didn't play the other night on the back to back. I mean, shout out to Tatum. Tatum don't take no time off. I
Tatum's
think
in great shape, man.
He is, man.
He's in great shape, man. Let me tell you, that guy.
Yo, he needs some MVP talk. How you the best player on the best team and not get no consideration for the MVP? That's crazy to me.
Right.
That's yeah, that is crazy though.
Yeah, you guys.
I mean, he's gonna have to get the bag too, but he just signed for one, right? That's why he's chilling right now.
Tatum's up this year.
Tatum's coming up.
Whoa,
yeah, he's up.
Tatum's coming up.
Yeah, Tatum's gonna get the bag this year, like rightfully so. He should.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Oh no, they gotta give Tatum the bag. What up, Luka? What up, Luka?
Are y'all surprised at how much they gave JB?
Yeah, I'm shocked by it.
I'm shocked by that. 300 and change.
They gave him a lot, but you know what?
That's a lot of bread. Yo.
That's a lot of bread. He's been playing though,
especially coming off that playoff performance he had in that game 7.
Yeah, man.
I was a little skeptical. Listen,
but you know what? Those Stacks. Not to cut you though, but you know what? We can't afford JB to go nowhere else. Somebody else is gonna pay him $400 million.
I don't know.
I'm telling you, yeah.
Listen, hey, B, I would have paid him.
That's why they locked him.
I definitely would have paid him.
I would have paid him, man. I don't feel bad paying him. I don't feel bad paying him.
I don't.
He's balling. You gotta remember, he's balling hard, man. He's balling real hard.
Tatum, what y'all think Tatum's about to get if he got 300?
$400 million. Right now, we're gonna get the 400.
Yo, but we have to win. We have to win this year. We have to win this year, man.
Oh no, we have to. Celtics got
to
do what they gotta
we
do.
We gotta get that one this year. We get that one this year. I think this team could get on that Golden State run. I think they're capable. When you look back at the big three, they was capable, but you knew the clock was ticking. I don't feel, not that we got a big three now, but I'm just saying that as far as that championship window, I don't think the clock is ticking with us.
Stoney, I think that's a big three low key with Porzingis. Low key.
Yeah, low key.
I think that's why they brought him in. You're right. That's the big three. That's a low key
big three.
That's a
but I think we could go on that because Golden State, when they won their first joint, they were young. So they was you see they was able to withstand a lot with that run they had when they won the first one. I think they lost a couple of more after that, right?
Yeah, one to LeBron.
They lost to LeBron.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then they didn't make the playoffs 1 year, remember?
Yep. That's how they
got all the injuries.
That's how they got all them high draft picks.
Right. And then they came back. So they was able to go through it. You know what I'm saying? They kept them together. You look at Clay, right? Clay Thompson. He had the Achilles. He tore his Achilles in both legs, right?
Yeah.
So he missed 2 years. So they was able to go through all that downtime and the pitfalls, and then boom, look, they come back and win another one. So they were young enough to do that. That first big three wasn't young enough. We had to make, and we should have won 2, but that's another story for another day.
It should have been that team, Stoney. I agree. Should have got 2 rings. You should have got
at least 2. At least 2.
Yeah, at least 2.
That's what I'm saying. Doc Rivers underachieved with that team, bro.
He did.
Definitely.
And we got lucky to win that first one with him under there. Let me tell you, thank God for PJ Brown, man.
PJ Brown. But
I'm looking for that jersey right now.
Y'all think if we had a different coach, we would have won that one against Kobe?
We would have won more, I think so.
Yes.
I think we would have.
That 09, was it 09? That 08, 09?
Yes, I believe we would have won more. I believe. I'm gonna go on a limb, Stoney, and say that team arguably could have gotten 3.
Yeah.
Arguably could have gotten.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
can say that.
You're
and
right.
let me tell you why I blame Doc for that L against Kobe, that the last one. We was up 13 in the fourth
15,
quarter, and
15.
he didn't make the proper adjustments and moves with that lead in game 7. I think his coaching skills should have kicked in right there.
Yeah.
Some way, somehow, we shouldn't have gave up that lead, man, in the fourth quarter. That was just unacceptable, man. But hey, look what he's doing now in Milwaukee. I'm glad he's in Milwaukee because now I don't got to worry about them.
Terrell, you're right, Ron. Ron Artest wouldn't have made he wouldn't have made that shot again.
I remember with a shot.
You're right. You're totally right.
And when he hit that shot, you can hear a pin drop in my crib. Yo, Stoney, I remember what I was doing, where I was at, and everything when he hit that shot, dog. I was speechless.
That was a dagger.
He shot the Paul. Remember Stoney Paul let him shoot the shit because he was playing so bad. So Paul,
I was with Beans. Paul,
remember
game 7.
Beans.
We was at my crib.
A little bit.
Yeah. I remember. Yo,
he hit that.
We was at Dex.
Yo, and if you remember, Kobe played horrible that game. He played real bad. That was the role.
Played horrible, exactly. He played bad in that game. You're right.
Yeah. That was the role players in that game.
The role players all the way. Him and Gasol and Artest, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate this dude, man. Fisher. Oh my goodness, man. You talking about one of the most hated for me.
Odom was there too, I believe.
Yeah. Odom,
he was there, but Fisher, man, he started that run. He made that 3, brought it down to 10, and then I remember that. I could relive that whole sequence, man.
That's crazy. That was a night. We
wasn't with. We was with
right.
Dex when they won it, but I think we was at your spot when they lost it. I know we was together when we saw that game.
Listen, that was a good time. Like Stack said, they should have got 3 out of that team.
At least 2.
At least 2.
3 at best, at least 2.
2. Yeah. That was an underachievement on Doc's part. But once again, people, this is Parlay with us, man. We coming to you guys live all the way from the Bean and Tampa Bay. We got Stacks, we got Crooks, me, Mr. Beans. Doe should be here anytime shortly. Doe was on a taking care of business. He told me he'll be here soon. So we waiting on Doe to jump in so he could give his commentary on how he feels about what's going on further in sports this week. And please, once again, guys, please hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. Just hit the like button real quick. It's free. It don't cost nothing to hit the likes button. Hit the thumbs button, hit the notifications. All of this stuff is just, subscribe. All of it is free, man. Blow the channel up, please, people. Help blow this channel up. We do this ourselves. This is nobody helping us. We all put together this stuff ourselves, our own equipment, our own everything. And we're trying to bring you guys the content every week, man. All sports, all entertainment, and we give you guys a little bit of the culture, what's going on. So yeah, man. Let's keep it pushing. So with that being said, man, I didn't even know that they reporting to the combine in the next almost week and a half, 2 weeks. This thing be moving fast, bro. Like
combine is that's a big part. I know Doe don't like the combine, but that combine, you gotta have that combine.
You gotta have that. I know what Doe. I understand what Doe coming from with the combine. I know what he's saying, but the combine is for the athlete.
It's for people that underscouted. Like
that's what I'm saying. It's for the athlete. The athlete got to showcase his talent.
You remember that quarterback from the Colts, the Richardson kid? I wasn't sold on him, but he went to the combine and blew up.
Yeah,
he just went there and blew up.
Yeah, he did, man.
DK Metcalf did the same thing. Went there and blew up.
That's right. That's right.
That was a big pop for them. It works for some. It works for some, and it doesn't work for others, you know.
Now
But
the guys that think they got it, they just have pro days and call it that. They don't show up to the combine. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So you know, Caleb Williams might not end up in the combine.
They know what they do, Beans. They go
because
to the combine.
they holding a spot and they don't want to mess with that.
They go to the combine. They do certain drills, not all drills. Just certain drills. Like they'll do certain drills. Like some people will doubt people 40 times. Like a receiver may just do the 40-yard dash, and that's it. He ain't running no routes or nothing else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Receivers might go there and just run routes and not do their 40. You know what I'm saying? Offensive linemen may not do the shuttle drill. They may do different drills. You know what I'm saying? But
okay.
If you could show that you're an athlete, and then you know that a lot of quarterbacks may not throw, but they take that Wonderlic test. Like that test is crazy.
There you go.
Yeah. So
the Wonderlic test
because of that.
Yeah.
No,
you're right.
Some people lost like that killed the deal for them.
They lost that number one pick because that Wonderlic didn't go through right.
So that determines how bright you are, right?
And you gotta remember things like hey, can you imagine some of the quarterbacks?
Crazy, man.
Yo, that determines how bright you are.
And you gotta remember,
you ain't gotta be no rocket scientist. This determines how bright you are, how fundamentally you think,
how fundamentally sound you are.
Do GMs get that one-on-one interview with the guy they like? You know what I'm saying? That interview is big, dog. Right? You know what I'm saying? If you can't hold a proper conversation, then
that'll hurt you, especially with a GM. You're right. Especially with a GM. He's telling the GM is already telling that if you can't hold that conversation, that good interview with that GM, he's telling the coach or the owner who wants you bad, that kid's trash. No, because he's gonna break. There you go. He's gonna say something's missing because he's gonna say there's something not right, the intelligence or whatever. You know,
you got to understand. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like, I used to be like, damn, why is this a big deal? Yada 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 and everything. But you know what, man? A lot of these teams, that's the investment, man. They investing in you, so they got to make sure that they're gonna get return on that investment. That the investment is gonna work out. And don't get me wrong, sometimes all that could work and it won't work. So like they could pass the Wonderlic, they could pass this, and then it may not work on the field. But I think they doing the best. They got to do what they have to do to protect their investment. So they got to put these players through all these interviews, all these tests, combine, Wonderlic, and all that stuff, because that's their investment.
If I'm giving you $10 million a year,
exactly.
I want to know how you grew up, who your homies are, where your mom live, if your pop's doing whatever he doing. I'm giving you $10 million. I gotta know that I'm making the right investment with my money.
And they dig too. They dig. These people.
Deep. They dig deep.
Yo, they dig deep.
They dig deep. And I mean, they dig deep.
They go deep, man. They'll find your first grade teacher somewhere.
Don't get me wrong. You're right. They do dig deep.
They'll find your first grade teacher.
Then again, they do take chances too. So don't think they don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They know a lot of dudes that had a lot of issues in school or, you know, back in the days, and they still take the chance on them.
Randy Moss.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill.
Yep.
Tyreek Hill. Or your boy from the Bengals, that running back from the Bengals.
Kareem Hunt.
Not him.
Mixon and Hunt.
Yeah, Mixon and Hunt.
You know what I mean? Those guys lucky they could play in, especially whatever happened. We talked about this already, especially after what happened to Ray Rice. These guys are lucky that they could play.
Yeah,
I'm about to bring up a player.
Remember that dude? You know, let me bring up one more last person before you move.
Good player, good example.
Remember, one last person. That kid Ruggs. Wow. Remember him?
Yeah, that was crazy. Henry
Ruggs. There you go. You said who?
Goodness. Yeah, Henry Ruggs.
Henry Ruggs.
I'm about to really hit y'all beside the head with this player right here. I don't know how the hell he slipped through the cracks because this dude was bad. I think from the time he came out the womb. Lawrence Phillips, right? Lawrence Phillips, that running back.
Yo, that's the poster child. Like,
yo,
taking a chance.
When you talk about taking a chance, red flags.
Then he went to prison, couldn't stay out. Remember, he choked my man to death in the cell.
In the cell, he's done.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's
serious?
done. He died. He died.
You never watched
He
this?
died. He died.
Yeah, he offed himself.
Lawrence Phillips killed the dude with his bare
He
hands.
killed the dude, yeah, but his status now, he ended up killing himself.
Yeah.
No, he
Lawrence
killed the dude in the
Lawrence
cell.
Phillips killed himself, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him. Wasn't he a Cowboys running back?
He started off with the Rams.
With the Rams, man. They gave that guy so many chances. He was just bad, man. He was just bad. I mean, even coming out of college, they was talking about it.
Didn't he get caught up for like selling drugs or some shit like that?
He was doing all kinds of crazy shit.
No,
he ran over
didn't he get
people.
locked up or something like that? He got locked up like
he ran over some kids.
Oh.
He just straight ran over a group of kids, man, on some shit. That's what led him to jail. His last stint, after he was out the league, he ran some kids. But as a football player, he was getting all types of a lot of what you call assault and battery charges. That was he was just assaulting.
Then they sent him to
his girlfriend.
Now, mind you, when you when you around your people and you being recruited by these big time schools, that me as an AAU coach, I would always guide some of these kids to schools where it wasn't that much big city activity, because a lot of these kids that come from the quote unquote hood, they're easy to get sucked back into that life around the bigger city and the more things. Right. They sent Lawrence Phillips to Lincoln, fucking Nebraska, and he still gets in trouble in Lincoln, Nebraska. Like, how you get in trouble in Lincoln, Nebraska?
But I'm gonna tell you right now, that's the hood though.
Not like
nah, man.
No, listen, look it up. Look it up.
I think he's from Compton.
Yeah, but if you go look up Lincoln, Nebraska, bro, trust me, look it up, bro. Look it up. Lincoln, Nebraska.
He shouldn't have been getting into those situations though, man. Like he was getting into some, like he was just, there was never a period where he was just chilling, and it goes to show you how good he was. He was great talent. He was a great talent. He just, off the field, he just was just a problem, man. And they gave, that's going back to our point, like throw all the combine and Wonder League, throw all that away. They really wanted this guy because he would have failed all that shit. At least the Wonder League, no way he would have passed that. I mean, I guess the combine probably, but just his background, I'm sure everything they dug up on him wasn't good.
So that's right. And in all essence, what we're trying to say, the combine is necessary, to tell you the truth.
That might be Stone.
I think he's the reason why. He's the reason why they probably changed the way they process players. I'm trying to tell you, he. There's probably like a rule, like the Lawrence Phillip rule, because usually that's what every place names a rule after somebody.
You might got the number one guy, Stone. He might be number one. He might be. I forgot about him. He might be number one.
Who?
And extremely talented
Lawrence
guy.
Phillips.
Oh, yeah. Yo, listen, man. There was a lot of red flags with that guy, and I'm telling you, man, he probably changed the way a lot of these GMs evaluate players, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. They're not taking no chances. And him and DeMarcus Russell.
Oh,
telling you, man.
Russell, though, I saw
he wasn't no knucklehead. He
wasn't no knucklehead. He just rolled.
It was more or less his skill set.
His skill set. And if you watch his his interview on the Pivot, this dude, kind of pretty much blamed the situation in the Raiders. They put him in that. They put him in a bad spot. That's what he was saying. He was like, they, not forced him to underachieve, but they the ones who basically, let him, let his situation fall apart. He said it had nothing to do with him work ethic wise or coming to work or even wanting to play. They tried to make it seem like he didn't want to play football no more. But he said it wasn't about that. He was like, it was what was going on internally with the team and other little situations, I guess,
Yeah.
But, another situation, as far as like talent, but I don't think he was a knucklehead outside the situation.
No, I don't think he was knucklehead. I think he just wasn't that he just wasn't that bright. I think
Probably.
that's
I
what it
agree
was
with
with
you. I
him.
agree with you.
Yeah, you're probably right, Stone.
They gave him a blank video to study purposely to really test this guy, and they asked him, did he watch it? And he was like, yeah. And the video had nothing on. He was like, they was like, yo, did you study the video we gave you? He was like, yeah, and started saying shit, and the video was blank. There was nothing on it. And that thing that became famous. That situation with him in the video and all that. I'm surprised these guys didn't bring. They should have brought that up. I don't know if they brought that up in the interview. They should have brought that up because that was like huge, man. They made that like borderline headlines after he left.
Yeah, Jamarcus
that's
Russell,
crazy.
man. So that's why the combine, folks. The combine is coming up in the next week and a half or 2 weeks. We're gonna cover the combine. We're gonna cover some good players going through the combine.
I hear the joint. My man was telling me the story was that they were saying that the quarterback room, the quarterback room, in the New England Patriots locker room was toxic. They were saying that Mac Jones and Zappy said he had to go in the opposite room to study his play because it was toxic.
I believe that. I think after a while, Mac Jones didn't like Zappy because he knew his job was being jeopardized.
Yeah, you heard about that though?
What said what the oh no, Mac Jones and
Zappy. Zappy said that the quarterback room was toxic in the New England.
Yeah, well, Mac Jones let it be known that he had problems with Belichick. They had
that's
problems.
What it
was? Yeah, he let it be known, man. There was some problems there between Belichick and Mac Jones.
No, that's a good one, Terrell. Yo, Johnny Football Manziel, man.
Yeah, that's another one right there, Stoney. We forgot about Johnny Manziel.
We forgot about
Manziel, Johnny Manziel.
Man.
But it sucks to say this, but I think they felt safe with him for whatever reason.
Well, we know why.
You
know why. We ain't gonna say it, but
we ain't gotta say it, but we know why.
But his thing was more partying.
It's that golden boy type thing.
Yeah, he was partying, and
they thought they had the next golden boy. But go ahead.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where his thing was more the partying. He got busy in college, the hype, and what happened with him was
he fell out of interest.
But he got tired.
Yeah, he said
he wasn't interested.
Tired. Yeah, he wasn't interested.
He didn't want to play no more.
Yeah,
he wasn't interested. He wasn't, it wasn't something that especially when you got money, you come from a family with money, right? You ain't, what I mean? That's like, that's not like the kid coming out of the hood, man, that's really fighting for this. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm not white or black kid coming out of the hood. It could be, it could be rural hood and the white kid who's just, a poor white kid coming out of the rural hood and he could throw the rock or shoot the basketball. So, and when you're a rich kid, going through college or family got money, you're a rich kid going through college, the real hunger is not really there. You was doing it for sport, like literally for sport, for fun.
Yeah.
That's how Manziel was looking at it.
And he had talent too, man. I hate when I see that.
Did.
I hate when I see a kid that's
I'm not saying he didn't have talent. Yes, he did have talent. His just head, he wouldn't have put the Wonderlic test once again.
Right. Exactly. His head wasn't in it. And exactly, Stacks, they probably overlooked that for a lot of reasons. They overlooked that. They knew that there could be a problem. Trust me, these GMs know it could be a problem. They know that all that, his antics and all that wasn't a surprise. They knew, like, look, this could happen right here, yo. So we're taking a chance. And look, man, it just showed. It showed what they was probably thinking. I mean, this kid just got burnt out. He said it. I saw that Manziel. I saw that documentary on him.
Documentary was real good.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sandy. What up, Sandy, man? Thanks for
moms-in-law. Nobody doubted Mahomes on this show.
Not on this show.
Not on this show.
Mother-in-law.
Listen,
mother-in-law. You know
saved my life, literally.
Mother-in-law, it was Pat Mahomes for me all the way, mother-in-law. But thanks for
what I did was I just had to ride with San Fran because I picked him. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't jump off the boat.
No, T. That's why I took Buffalo over Mahomes because I had a lot invested in them. So I was in the same situation. Don't feel bad. I was in the same situation. I was
what up,
nervous
Doe?
too,
What up,
but
Doe? What up, Doe?
What up?
good, Doe.
Was good. Thanks for
Hey,
joining in.
listen,
Thanks for joining in.
This is what happens when you dealing with a jet setter, man. You already know how that go.
Yeah, I already know how it goes.
You already know how that go.
You probably was going collecting rent from your fucking tenants in your building.
Yeah.
That's tomorrow.
He said
That's tomorrow.
But no, Terrell, man, Terrell. Next time, Terrell, I gotta send you a link, Terrell, so you could jump on this one of these days too, man. Whenever, because that's a good thing you brought up there, Terrell. I didn't know. I didn't. So you're telling me that whole thing about Johnny Manziel family coming from money and having money was just bullshit?
Yeah, that was on the documentary.
Yeah, I didn't watch the documentary. I didn't see the doc.
The documentary was good.
Watch the doc. He was getting NIL money before NIL.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Him and Reggie Bush.
Yeah.
You don't think?
Yeah, and Cam Newton. Come on, man.
Hey, hold on, Stoney. That whole USC team was getting money. Put it that way.
Yeah, that whole USC.
We gonna go back to UNLV with Stacey Augman and them boys, Larry Johnson. They wasn't.
They wasn't. You know why they wasn't getting it? Because they didn't make it to the league. They wasn't getting that.
Who didn't make it to the league?
Larry Johnson.
A lot of them UNLV players. Just who made it? Just
most of them made it. All four of them made it.
You heard me? I said, nuh-uh. I went on some little kid shit. My man said, nuh-uh.
I don't know how much they got, but they was in hot tub
who went?
whatever.
Larry Johnson and Stacey Augman. Who else went? Anderson Hunt didn't make it.
Stacey Augman, you had Anderson Hunt played for a little bit. Greg Anthony. How can we forget about Greg?
Oh, that's a good.
Greg Anthony didn't make it, yeah. But he was.
Hey, don't test my college basketball knowledge. I put
he wasn't. Because remember, these guys got to pay that money back. These guys got to pay that NIL money back. That's how it was back in the days. They getting that money, but when you make it to the league, you got to pay that back.
Oh, they ain't pay it back. All they did was strip them of the title. That's it. You ain't getting that money back.
No, but I'm talking about pay back the people that was giving them the money.
Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. No, the boosters. I mean, before the boosters became a legal thing.
Nobody from the hood paying back none of those cars.
That shit, man.
They're gonna breach the contract.
Hold on.
When you want the money back, go talk to him.
Terrell got a good point. Reggie had to give his Heisman back, but Johnny didn't.
Yeah, I didn't think
Johnny
didn't get caught.
He didn't accept money though. He didn't accept money, Terrell. That's what it was. Reggie Bush got caught accepting money.
Either way, no one should lose any of that. Give them all.
No, he shouldn't.
What about Candy?
It was shady.
What about UMass? Did they get theirs vacated?
I think though, yeah, sure enough, that championship did get vacated.
So man, I ran into Carmelo in Miami at an AAU tournament, man, and Carmelo broke that whole thing down.
Yeah,
that story was deep, man. He shouted to Carmelo. He's still living the bean too. Shout out to Carmelo, he said. But he broke that whole story down, man, about that UMass situation. That was some bullshit. It was some bullshit.
Damn, I would love for us to do a piece on that.
Yeah, that would be dope. And we're gonna do a piece on when DePina, Crooks, all them was supposed to be in BC and they shut that down. We're gonna do a little. Remember that with Bill O'Brien? That whole
Elton Tyler. Tyler.
Everybody from the Beam was gonna go to BC and do big things, and they shut it down because we gotta do a lot of
We gotta do a piece on the Beam.
Jim O'Brien,
the Beam in general, right, Crook? Just the Beam basketball scene.
Remember that dope. Bill O'Brien took Scooney Penn and bounced.
Yeah, he went to Ohio State with him.
Yeah, he went to Ohio State. Yep, he took
Scooney, Crooks, Tyler. I want to say Roger. I could be wrong.
Nah, bro. It was the white boy from Mike Bradley. Bradley.
Yeah. No, they were gonna have a little boat. They shut that down. But once again,
what's up with whatever happened to that kid Chris Herron? Was he?
Man, he's doing.
What era was he in that?
He's in that Jamal Jackson
right now.
It was Jamal Jackson era. Yeah, he was dealing with some issues too, man.
Yeah, he's actually on the circuit right now. He does a lot of.
when that cat on that documentary said he was so turned that the Celtics was in the layup line and he outside.
He went outside the car.
He outside the garden beans in his warm-up suit
uniform
to serve him. I said, yo, that's bonkers to me. That's crazy. Yo, I got his book, by the way. I did buy his book.
I seen his special. His special was crazy.
Yo, the other shit was when his wife and kids was coming to see him, and he was supposed to pick them up at the airport. And he was so turned out, he was sleeping in the back of the 7-Eleven.
Get out of here.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
At the airport beans, waiting on him.
Wow.
Wow.
You got to see that. If y'all never see that Heron documentary.
And I seen him in person in high school, man. I seen T because my father was involved, rest his soul. I seen all of them come through. All of them, man. He was one of the best. He was one of the high school.
He was good, man.
We got to. I like what Stoney said. He just came up with a great title for something that we should do. We are gonna do a Boston.
That'd be dope.
A Boston basketball or even sports docu-series on whatever on the guys that came. But he had the best that never was. I love that title. That's
my uncle's still alive, man. He actually coaches the practices. Celtics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's a high school coach.
Nice.
Brooks and them know him. My uncle Kevin. So I actually talked to him the other day. But he has a lot of stories, man. He was the hostess because my father and him used to host the Boston shootouts.
Boston shootouts. Look, listen. I love that you brought that up because it was an honor to be at the Boston shootout. I went to the Boston shootouts. Let me tell you, just one player that I saw play in person, man, that I look back at it and I feel real proud of it. And it was that dude, Ronnie Fields.
Oh, yeah, from Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Garnett. That was Garnett's man before he got into the accident. Listen, I saw this dude in person. When you talking about hops, this dude was flying all over that.
The best player I seen, stats will tell you, this is no bull. Randy Livingston. Not Randy, I'm saying Sean Livingston. No, was it Livingston?
It's Randy.
Randy. In high school, man, wow. Obviously, but then again, I seen LeBron in high school, but that was summer league, and that was kind of like cheating because he was playing against other pros. LeBron's second game I seen.
Shannon played in that game too.
Yeah, Shannon won it. They won.
Shannon playing that game. We root for Shannon, man. That was, that was the only person I knew on that court that day. So and I met Marbury that day too.
Marbury. Yeah, Marbury. But I seen Shiz destroy Jason Williams in the shootout.
Oh yeah,
Jason Williams was young.
Get out of here.
In that backcourt, T.
Get out of here.
Guess who else in that backcourt with Jason Williams? The coach. He played for He's a coach now for either Clippers. I think he's a coach for the Dante Jones.
Yep, Dante Jones was.
He was in the backcourt with Jason Williams, and Shiz was killing both of them. Killing.
Yep.
Get out of here.
This was getting busy.
In the Boston shootout.
Jason Williams was young. He was a younger kid.
Yeah, I saw Crooks. Yeah, man. That shootouts I went to was crazy, man.
So Doe, Stacks, and Crooks. I remember going to some of these things back in the day, like Washington Park and some of these leagues and stuff like that. They used to do one in Heat Street, the BNBL Summer League. Yep. What are they doing now? I mean, Stacks ain't been up here in a while, but
JB and them do
who's running a summer, not a summer league, but something like what your pops used to do.
Well,
who's doing that right now? I went to one last year, the Dorchester Roxbury
joint. Yeah.
Yes, I went. That was listen, guys.
I wish I went to that.
We gotta go to that. We gotta go to that if they do that.
I'm gonna
again.
go this year for sure.
We gonna go to that and represent Parlay with us. We gotta go with that. I'm trying to tell you.
Listen, what?
It was a nice vibe. I was kind of like hesitant with the vibe because sometimes with these young kids, you gotta kind of like,
don't forget though. I heard it was like 500 cars up there though, Bean.
Look, where we gotta go someday.
They had they had mad cops up there. I felt good. Like I was like, whoa.
We gotta hit the Maui Classic, man. Listen,
Yeah,
we got to hit the
with
Maui
that.
Classic.
They changed the name of that joint. Yeah, I think they changed the name of it already.
The Big Ten
Is it still in
tournament.
Hawaii?
Don't forget the Big Ten.
It's still in Hawaii, but yeah,
The Big Ten.
Hey,
Yo,
Stone,
gotta-
I'm with you on that though.
We got to hit that. Different. We got to hit that up, man.
Other big tournament, Stoney, is that Clash at Atlantis. That's a big tournament too.
It's on the boat, right?
Nah, it's in
ship. Which
Nah,
one is on that shit?
Not that one. That's just one day joint on that shit.
Yo, there's one on the ship, quick for real. Yo, these cats out here balling the ship.
That boat will be rocking, man. If they got
So what? Yo, Stacks, where's that one?
March Madness, here we are.
Battle of Atlantis. It's in the Bahamas.
Oh, okay.
That's the one that
we have to check those out.
Yeah, we got to check some of these tournaments out.
Yeah,
I mean,
man,
at least this season here, this summer. Even if Stacks got to come up for a good one, man, like catch a couple of these Boston tournaments, and let's start from there, and then we can move on. It'll be nice for us to meet up and do a March Madness get together, but let's save that for next season. But this season, if we could get to some of these Boston.
Don't forget the Washington Park League's back because shut down. Because
so
they would be doing the
go ahead. Yep, go ahead. Tell us. So the Washington Park League is back.
It's coming back because they had to redo the park last summer, so obviously they didn't have any. I don't know where they relocated. I'd be lying if I told you, but I know this year is coming back.
Right.
My cousin's actually the coach of the Burke, so like I said, man, we got some people, man, in the wings, and we got some like that local basketball. I know Stacks is down with that, man. You know his roots. That would be definitely a dope thing to delve into. You know what I mean? And like I said, man, you know, I'm happy now from growing up around it. I didn't play really, to be fair. I was not bad, but you know, I got kicked off the team for drinking in Cathedral. I got kicked out of Everett High for living in Roxbury. But my point is not that I was going to do any damage. I was a baseball player. But anyway, you know, my whole family being around it, especially local. Two of my cousins, one's coaching the Burke and one does a lot of stuff in the community. And but to see these guys, you know, make the pros like Wayne Selden and Shabazz, and you know, I know, you know, they're not there now, but it felt good. And you got other guys that are in there. I know Terrence Mann's from Lowell via Brooklyn, but still he repping. The dude Niang that plays he's from Haverhill. You know what I mean? I know when they. You know, it's still Boston. It's still Mass.
It's still
it's still us.
Mass,
you know,
shout out to he from Methuen, and the kid Norland's Noel too from Everett.
Noel
from Everett. Norland,
get out of here. Norland Noel's from Everett.
Yeah, from Everett. Yeah,
I mean, where's he? Is he
from Everett?
Still? I mean, he's in the league. He's in the bench.
Nah, Norland's is gone. He's still in the league. Nah, Norland's is gone. He's across the water. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Pat Connaughton, Arlington.
Yeah, Pat Connaughton from Arlington. Yep.
So, you know, I'm just happy to see guys because, you know, Jamal Jackson to me would have been not just the best player to come out. He would have been one of the legends in the NBA, in my opinion. I don't know if he would have been.
Like Wayne should have been, man.
He would have been.
Wayne should have been.
Jamal would have been. Listen,
Wayne Turner should have been.
I would never
have made it.
Shout out to Wayne. I be talking to Wayne still, Stone.
Wayne's he's with Patino in Louisville.
Nah, Patino's at St. John. You way behind.
No, my bad.
He was with him.
But I'm just saying, I think he's still in Louisville working.
Yes, he is in Louisville working. You're right.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. But he used to be with Patino.
To jump off of what
Penn is coaching Memphis, right? Is he assistant coach?
Queens in Memphis on the bench.
So shout out to all these guys, man. Like, you know,
they're still working,
man. But what Doe was saying, just to jump off that, I remember Jamal Jackson. I remember playing ball with this kid in Madison Park. Yo,
he was a troublemaker on the low, you know. But that's
I don't even care about that. I played.
I know.
On the court, I lived on. I understand what you're saying. I lived on the court there in Madison.
First, basketball. Y'all remember bashing Jamal Jackson. What's going on with this show?
He was on Mission. That's when Mission was on top. Like you couldn't touch
it. Yeah, you know, but when they mentioned him, like my interaction with him was that, he was a great player, but
when I used to go to school in Everett, he used to be on the train in the morning. We take the train. He's coming down with the 8-ball jacket. And I tell you one thing, he had some shorties with him. He always had a couple of things with him. I'll give him that. He was, doing his thing.
Yeah, Jamal Jackson.
Shout out to Mission, man. Shout out, yo, Stoney. Shout out to Mick.
Mick.
Rest in peace.
God rest his soul.
Rest in peace to Big shout out to Juwan.
Juwan, is it Bird?
Yeah, Mr. Beans know where I'm going with that one.
Yeah. God rest his soul. God rest his soul.
Legends.
You guys remember Paul Kima from Mission? Y'all don't remember that name, right? Paul.
I heard that name.
Yeah, he was a good baller, but he didn't get that far where people would know who he is. He's an old school. He's one of them old school dudes that just didn't make it.
Shout out to Will Blaylock.
Will Blaylock. He was the last pick in that draft.
Sure was. He got drafted. Will got drafted.
He got drafted by the Pistons.
Yep.
How can we forget Shabazz? He from Mission.
No, I said
Shabazz. Shabazz was in the league doing his thing for a little bit.
Doing his thing. Yep. Did he play for Brooklyn? Was it Brooklyn he was playing for?
Brooklyn, Miami.
He played for Portland.
Portland.
But I think he made his bones in Portland.
Yes, he did. He thought that's what he played.
That's where he was like really.
Randall, my boy Randall,
man.
Shout out to the RZA. They should call him the RZA.
Yeah, I met Randall. Was cool people. I was cool with those Mission cats, man, because they went to school with me, man. When I was on the South Boston.
You went to the week.
No, they went to school South Boston. I went
South
there. I went with Paul, Mick, Walter, Keith. There's a few of them dudes, man, that I went with. Because we had to get on the bus together right there in front of Ruggles, So it was a cool time, man.
Yeah, but no, Boston, I mean, I'm glad we're reminiscing on, some Boston.
This is March Madness. These are legends.
Boston
man.
legends.
Oh yeah,
man.
by the way,
Boston's ball legends, man. High school, these guys made it through college. Some of these guys made it through the league, guys. We're gonna be giving y'all we're gonna do.
I want to say Randall was there when Michael Jordan's last year, or he just missed him by a year. I could be wrong because he got drafted by the Wizards, which is now,
I think he might have missed him. I think he might have
missed him by a year. I think I asked him that too.
He didn't see MJ. Don't tell me.
But Corp, you'd be surprised. It was like by a year though. It wasn't that off because you remember he's like, he's like 40-some years, 46 or some years old. So
yeah, man, Randall was tall too, man.
7 foot,
tall kid.
7
yeah,
foot.
Randall,
yeah, but he had a heavy foot. He was, he reminded me of Mutombo a little bit.
Nah, man, Randall the RZA was athletic, dog.
You think he was more like?
Yeah. He went to Florida State and did all right for himself.
Yeah, I mean, look, he was on the Wizards, man, doing his thing, man.
Yeah, shout out to all them BABC teams with all them good players, man. Them BABC. That somebody
BABC, man.
Somebody need to do a documentary on that program.
Yeah, that program is serious.
Loaded, dog.
Yeah,
loaded.
We need to do some research on some of these guys, on some of these programs and some of these old games and and see if we could pluck some of these guys out, man. We already got, shares. We already got,
Shout out to super legend Beans and Crook, OG Eggy McCray. Shout out to Eggy, man.
Eggy McCray.
Eggy.
Listen, look, I got a story with Eggy McCray. We could talk about it some other time, man. Eggy was getting busy.
Remember we used to play ball with Eggy all the time.
Shout out to Eggy, man.
Eggy was nice, man.
Eggy was nice.
He was aggressive. Good in baseball
he was very aggressive with the ball, man.
Oh, he was good in baseball too?
Yeah, because I went to Mission for one. Remember, Stats will tell you I went and came back, but I went there for a minute.
A Mission kid too. He was a Mission kid too.
Yeah, he was good in baseball.
Eggy was Mission.
I'm not saying he was bad. He was better in basketball, obviously, but he was really good in baseball.
I remember Eggy, man.
Yeah,
I was actually in Mission early.
Getting busy.
Yeah,
got to a little bit. I think he's straight now, though.
I think that was the days, though.
Yo, so the Sweet 16 this year is gonna be at the TD Garden.
Really?
Whoa.
Yup, it's one of the locations.
It is
March 28th. That's what I've been. Yo, Sweet 16 regional semifinals, March 28th. TD Garden, Boston, Crypto.com, Arena, Los Angeles, Dallas, Detroit.
Yeah, I might have to take a flip like
Sweet 16, son.
I might. Man.
Yo, you might have to.
I might have to couch surf.
You good?
Listen.
We got the room. That ain't no problem.
Yeah, man, that's not the problem.
That ain't the problem,
man. That's
bro.
Look,
that ain't even
that's like a piece of lint you got on your shirt. That's how. Look, that's what that is. Come on, you crazy?
Hey,
you home?
You home?
You want to hear something crazy? So Randall was there before.
You come up, you come up, do an overnight, do a 1 night. Come up for a game.
Yeah, but I'm about to
fly back home the next night.
That might be the move right there. I might be.
Yo, it's on a Thursday, and I'm off.
And I'm off
the next day.
I'll be off. Like if we're gonna do that, we can make it.
Yo, we got to make that happen. Look, I'm off that day, and Good Friday's the next day. So, man, what more can you want, man? You got Good Friday the next day.
Think about it, Stacks. Look into it.
Yeah, I'm looking into it.
And then we
Listen,
can grab.
Man, this is not every day.
Yeah, we could grab some tickets. And
Just saying, y'all want to hit the game though, right?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Going to the game.
I ain't flying up there to watch the joint on TV.
Look, yo, the way the TD Garden's set up, you can do that, but no, we dead, man. We in there.
Yeah,
we in there because they have a spot like right outside the stadium, but nah, we in there.
That's crazy, y'all. Why Boston never had an All-Star game ever?
No, we had one.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, you mean basketball, baseball.
Basketball.
We haven't had a basketball.
We had one. Yes,
no, we didn't.
No,
y'all are bugging. Look it up.
Well, we didn't. We never hosted.
Look it up.
Look it up. I'm telling you.
Look it up.
We talking about the 40s.
Nah, look it up, guys.
How do Indiana get an All-Star?
I think we hosted an All-Star game right when the Garden.
You know why? Because you go park anywhere in Indiana. You go try to park somewhere. And the infrastructure here is terrible, fam. It is. It could take you a half hour to get from TD Garden.
Yep, they never hosted it.
Wow.
To the
they're
casino.
applying for the 2026. They're applying for it, but they said the Celtics will apply to host the first All-Star game since 1964.
Damn.
Wow.
They're applying
what the
for
Celtics
it.
Need to do is get their own stadium.
Yeah,
the Celtics.
They're not gonna do it, but
nah,
I don't think so.
No, that's how you make money.
It's not too
bad. You make more money that way.
What do you mean separating themselves from hockey? From the hockey?
Because
their own stadium?
Listen, when you own your own building, you could do way more. It's better. They said it, but you're right. They don't want to build because it's not because they don't have the money. It's the bullshit in the city where everything's political. You know what I mean? Just like they wouldn't let the Patriots build the stadium. You got to go through hoops and more hoops.
Yeah, because they wanted to build it. They wanted to build right here.
They want to build. They just don't.
South Boston, in front of the waterfront. But
they wanted to build the stadium, but everything's political in this town.
The town killed it.
They killed it.
So look what the Clippers did. That's a perfect example.
Saying.
When you have, but it's two basketball teams sharing the arena, not two teams. Like,
you're right.
So that's why.
No, I feel you.
The Clippers was more like,
they
can understand it more.
But if they had their own stadium, obviously it's comfortable there. They're on the lease. But trust me, I was reading it because I think you brought up something quick before with the Dodgers, I believe, saying how I think you brought it up about why they could spend all the money they spend on free agents because they have a TV deal.
Exactly.
They could divert all their money. When you have your own stadium, you could do so much more business-wise than you can when you're sharing it because they're not. And actually, if you think about it, as good as the Celtics are, they're second fiddle to the Bruins on 98.5. The Sports Hub, they get bumped over. They're not on the main. When they both play at the same time, they get bumped over to a rock and roll station.
Yeah, you can't find them. You can't find the Celtics on the radio station.
But like you said, Crook, and I agree.
Right back,
it doesn't make sense for them to do it if they're fine with what they have. But as far as if we wasn't in such a political town where just to build an ice cream shop, you got to get 4,000 different,
that we all know that could be. The Clippers do that shit because that owner got very deep pockets.
No, for sure, he got money.
Yeah, he got deep pockets.
And
they got a good team.
You got to make sure you grease the right palms.
No, that's true.
If you political, all politicians take money, dog.
No, I agree with you. But the thing is, what I'm saying is, why go through all that when you're okay where you're at and you don't have to deal with the drama? Because even though, trust me, I did something on the waterfront through the union for them to break down and build up hotels and stuff. Trust me, man, to go build in Southie is no joke. We went to meetings for 2 years before we even broke ground because, like you said, you have to deal with just not the politicians. You got to deal with the people that live there. People forget, even though that the waterfront was empty, people still live down there. There were still people that lived down there that were fighting against building down there, even though it's beautiful now. But like I said, that's just a story for another day. But what I'm saying for me personally, the Celtics they're on the back of the Bruins coattails, even on the radio. I'm telling you, you up here?
Maybe in Boston, but not nationally.
No, not nationally. We talking locally. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Not nationally. But
for sure, not nationally.
Yeah, the Bruins. I mean, rightfully so. The Bruins, even when the Celtics had their little lull, the Bruins was winning the whole time. So I don't think
the Bruins always win.
I don't think y'all gonna say. I don't remember the Bruins having a down year in a long time.
Not in a long time.
They just haven't been able to finish it off. They only won one championship.
Yeah.
Since the 70s.
So Terrell said, he said, Pops, you got to go to that. The atmosphere is crazy. So,
and it's not every day that it's coming to the TD Garden. And it might, and you know what? It's going to be an ill matchup at the Garden. I could tell you, it's going to be an ill matchup at the Garden.
Yeah. It's gonna be.
I went the buzzer beating year when Villanova played Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Who's the big boy from Pittsburgh? That was 2008. Corey Fisher played for Villanova. That's my boy's cousin. We went to go see him. It was a great atmosphere. Buzzer beater. It was dope. I sat with we were in there. Ryan Russillo and what's his name? The dude that does the draft. I used to do the draft. Todd McShay was behind us. Dope atmosphere. College atmosphere. College ball.
What you got, Beans? What's that right there? He's stirring it up.
You already know. That's that. What you said. What you call it again? You gave it a segment. What's the segment they call again?
Yo, I like that hoodie.
The bitters.
No. Oh, thanks, bitters. Man. Thanks.
You got those slave ropes though. You got those slave ropes for the.
Y'all fucks with those sweatshirts with the big joints like that.
I don't know, yo. I bought this. I got this from where y'all told me to go. The Lids place, the Lids locker room.
Yeah.
I went to the Lids locker room. I was like, I wanted a black Boston hoodie, and this is what they had. I was like, I really didn't care for the it's a little too tassely, but.
Nah, I like the sweatshirts with the bigger joints, man. Sometimes when you wash them joints with the little ones,
no, they'll come right out, man. That shit will be like,
I like
back
that.
in, right?
You like,
no, that's
you know what I mean.
That right there is my speed, man. I like that. That's fire.
Thanks, man. Thanks. I had to wear something. These dudes is like crushing it. Next season, it's me and you, though. Don't worry about that. I'm sending you all the coupons and all in the sales and all that. They ain't playing us like that next season.
I'll try to get some joints. This one Celtic jacket I've been trying to get. You can't get this jacket nowhere, dog.
Though. Stacks. This dude, but since we were kids, man, this dude does not play when it comes to getting fly, man. So
who T?
You too, Beans. Don't front. Come on, Beans.
Beans was the original. I was just following his school.
Beans.
Beans. Everybody that don't know, I used to live with Beans. I used to get Beans hand me down.
Nah, it wasn't hand me down. You wore what? We wore what? Like, yo, I got a new sweater. You wore it too. I wore it. You wore
Everybody
it. My
was
brother
fly
wore it.
over there,
Everybody.
man.
Everybody was
fly
fly.
over on
Riz,
Cedar Street. I remember
Riz,
Ross was always
Ross,
fly over there.
always.
Oh, Riz was
Everybody.
crazy with
Riz
it.
was fly, man. Even when we got older, I was like, Riz didn't lose it. He was still doing his thing.
Oh no,
Yo,
he was.
Beans, what's up with Boo?
Yo, listen, Boo would be
Oh,
mad at me.
man.
Just listen. I spoke to him about 2 years now. It's going on 2 years since I last spoke to him. It's like that though. It's like he's living out. You know where he's living? The last time I spoke to him, I think he told me at one point he was living in Framingham, and then he moved down there, like near the Cape. You know what I mean? Down there, I think he was living down there, not near the Cape area. And he don't mess with the bean no more. You know, he went through it. He went through it. So he don't mess around in the bean no more to keep away from that, from that element. So
that drama.
That drama, you know.
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you the original.
My stepbrother Boo, man. That dude
shout out to Boo. Shout out to Boo.
Yeah.
Yo, remember Stoney?
My brother.
Yo, a lot of people that don't know Stoney low key got a brother, yo. Stoney brother I never seen him smile ever in my life. Alex, yo.
Oh man. Nah. You don't got nothing to smile about now either.
I remember me and B see Alex on FaceTime one day. Yo, Alex was grilling. I'm like, yo, dog, you just seen us yesterday with your brother.
For real. What's up with that? Like, we used to be like, what's wrong with this dude? But after a while, he, Alex was always on his own thing, man. He was on something.
Yo, man.
Yeah.
I was coming from the Ave, man, and I drove by Crook's old crib, Beans' old crib, Stash's old crib. Because I was going to school and I went to go visit my little cousin. He's buried up in off of that American Leeds Nat.
Yeah.
Going up that way.
Yep.
So I took the left on purpose instead of going through Grove Hall, man. And I guess like it's ill. Like they still had like the Tiffany Mall, the mural with the Humboldt mural.
Yeah.
Oh, you went down the block. I didn't even go down the block.
I told you. I think I texted y'all that day.
Shout out to Daryl, her brother Daryl. Remember Daryl?
Yeah, Daryl.
And I went down. I wanted to stop at MD's, but I had to be in class. I was running behind a little bit, and but yeah, man,
MD family still on the crib.
Yeah,
MD. Wow.
Yeah, and Rufus just came home. Rufus home.
Wow.
Yo, is MD still out here?
Yo, let me. Yeah, MD doing his thing. MD doing his thing.
I know he was moving around when I last
over there, but he's back over the. He's back around the way.
In Ohio and all
he's here. Period. Yeah, Ohio and all that. Yep.
Yeah.
He's back around the way. I wanted to stop.
The last time I saw Rufus, I ain't gonna lie, we was in early high school, fam. Or maybe maybe late middle school. I'm talking about when he got locked. The last time he went down. When he last got locked, we was in the end of middle school, guys. Y'all can't even really fathom that. It was the first or ninth grade. Y'all don't even fathom that. That was ninth grade.
Eighth grade. It was
eighth grade.
And I think he had did a 10-year stretch then. Then
these dudes got
locked up more than he been on the street.
Yeah, man.
I'm telling you, more.
But because after like I was always up there. After you guys, obviously me and MD.
And my brother. Oh, you froze up a little bit though.
Yeah, he froze up.
His internet.
Yeah,
Yo,
what's up with Wayne Davis?
That's a good question. His brother Wayne.
I know he got.
Did Wayne die?
I think Wayne died.
I think Wayne died, yo.
Because remember, I know his sister. I know Joella died. You know that, right?
Yep, Joella died. The other one died too.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, like
because I know they all look like Mark. They all look alike, man.
They all look alike. Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, Mark.
I know Wayne had third-degree burns.
Yeah, Mark lost a lot of his siblings in the past, like 5-6 years.
Yeah, Mark lost a lot of his joints, man. Mark lost a lot of.
Damn, man, I didn't know Wayne passed.
I think. Don't hold me.
Let's. Yeah,
it's one of them though. One of them. If one of them. If when Doe fixes his thing, one of them did. I'm telling you. I know because my brother was telling me about it.
Yeah, I remember.
He told me about the two sisters, and then he told me one of those brothers. Yeah,
I think. Don't hold me to that. I think.
So what you guys remember Paul from Humboldt? Paul?
Yeah.
Remember Paul?
Yeah.
I'm back. I
They
don't
used to
know
call
if I
him
lost y'all for a
Fitzgerald.
minute, but yeah.
Yo, what's up with Wayne Davis? Yo, Wayne Davis.
Wayne,
Mark.
MD's brothers, Wayne?
Yeah.
He passed away.
Yeah, I told
See?
you.
Yep.
Damn, man, I didn't know that, man. I know he
and the
I
two
know he had
and both his sisters, right?
Both his sisters.
Yep.
Damn.
I went to
God damn.
And know what hurt me? And I know y'all know this hurt me bad, bro. Turtle. Yo. That one, because you know me.
Turtle passed?
Yeah, man. Yo.
Oh
bro,
my goodness. Yo, I remember
like
Turtle.
because me, because you know I met MD through, you know, y'all basically Stacks, but you know, being with Beans and going, you know, Crook being with you after going, you know, walking with you, I just ended up chilling up there. And you gotta understand though, it was ill because Turtle knew my cousin Shay, and then we just got cool. Like, what are you doing, MD? So me and him just got real tight. And you know, when I went to MD's sister's funeral, me and Turtle were talking, man, and then a year later, something, I could be wrong, timeline, excuse me if I'm wrong, pardon me to the you know, to the family, but we lost him. Wow. And you know what's so funny? I know you all know Dave Seymour. I know you all know.
What?
Yeah, from OB.
He hit me up and we were talking. He's out here still, but he not where I'm at, but he's out here.
He's another one.
He said
he was active early.
Hey, Beans, you talk about 9 lives.
Yeah.
He is another one.
David Seymour?
I'm glad you said that because like just we having this show, bro, and I didn't talk about the show, but what I'm saying is, man, I think I'm glad that we don't take this platform for granted because it doesn't matter how they passed or what it is, bro. Like for us to be here is a fucking miracle,
it's a
bro.
blessing,
Seriously,
man.
bro.
You hearing all these,
bro, for real. And a lot of this shit is from health. It ain't from the streets. When we from Roxbury, don't mean you die just from getting shot, bro. It's post-traumatic stress. It's heart. My father had heart. You know what I'm saying? Like for us to be here, bro, is like I'm telling you, man. Like it. When I went down Humboldt that day, man, it hit me. It hit me. I'm not one of them emotional crying, but it was like, yo, it like hit me. I pulled over, and I was just like, yo, this is crazy. And to be doing a show with y'all, man, listen.
It's crazy how things full circle. Because you know what? As you saying that though, I drove down the block the other day, but I didn't go down Humboldt. I was heading towards, like South End or something. South End. I was going to the South End.
Okay.
So I took the left.
Columbus way?
I went down Columbus. So I took the left.
Yeah.
No, I was coming up the Ave, coming from my hood. So I took the Ave straight from my crib, right? I went all the way up. And I took the left on Seaver. And I'm driving it up. And like you said, every spot that I passed,
crazy.
It was just like a memory just kept shooting in my head. Every spot. By the time I got to I'm talking about from the bottom of Seaver to the top of it. Then I looked down Humboldt. I drove down Harrow where Crooks lived. I drove down Harrow. I went down Ruthven because I went to go check my cousin. That's what it was. I went to go check my cousin on Ruthven. And I'm like, yo.
It's ill, right?
It's ill.
I remember Stacks used to take me to Wall Lakeham's and we couldn't swear in there.
Yep. You swearing in Mr. Wall Lakeham.
That was I felt bad when they disrespected Mr. Wall Lakeham joint, shot the joint up, dog. I felt bad.
Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah, and the burgers were good.
Because he was all about peace.
Burgers.
He was all about burgers. And I think, they did that on
crazy, by the way.
Yo, Stacks, they did that on purpose.
Barbecue beef.
Yo, but you know who got hit? Who got hit up out there, right?
Who?
The dude Mike Williams from Columbia Point got hit up there.
Oh, yeah.
But it was meant for his brothers, but they look alike.
It happened inside.
That was
it happened inside, right? It happened inside, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they didn't know the reason. The thing is, Wall Lakeham burgers never got disrespected by the hood dudes.
Never.
gangbangers, all of that. They didn't care. They respected. Once they pulled up in front of that building to walk in there to order that barbecue beef sandwich, it was all respect because he didn't play that. Mr. Wall-Acom did not play that. And I think after a while, guys, you know how we say these kids is wilding out now? I think that's what happened. The respect level just fell right out the door. They didn't see him as somebody in the community to respect.
There were certain spots in the Bean that you went to that you knew it was a ceasefire as soon as you stepped in the door.
Yeah, UG's was one of those.
Yo, you took the words out my mouth. I was getting ready to say UG's. You couldn't go on. Once you went in UG's, you had the pistol had to stay outside.
Yeah. Because you know it's still open till 2 in the morning. Now,
UG's is still around. In the original UG sign is still out there. It's amazing how that thing is still moving, man. Still, man.
You talking about 30-something, 40 years.
Crazy,
and I don't think a lot. It's amazing. It's still there.
Still open right now.
It's still open.
UG's is still open. It's still open right on that. Same spot. Same sign. Same sign. The same sign. I'm gonna have to.
The sign ain't changed,
and I'm gonna have to get some footage on it before anything happens.
40-something
footage,
years.
I'm definitely gonna have to use that footage somewhere.
It's still there. And the chicken with the fries, when they just pour a whole thing of ketchup on it, you don't even
the bottle, right? Hold the bottle way up here, right? Yo, then you shake it up, right? You got to shake it.
This is for the culture. We're giving y'all Boston for the
top
culture,
of the bag has got ketchup on, but top of the bag is soggy with ketchup, but you eat you know what I mean, with the steak and cheese, or you get the chicken sandwich is crazy. I recommend that.
Cheeseburgers is
if you're from Boston, you don't know about UG's, man.
Hold on. I'm gonna give you another spot. Simcoe's, yo. The main one.
I still mess with
the main one. The other one closed. The one
not the main one,
Legion. The American Legion down.
One was butt cheeks. No disrespect.
Shut down.
That one in the pan been.
What do you mean?
What do you mean,
Crook? What do you mean American Legion shut down?
American Legion, Simcoe's the one next to Phil's shop. They shut down. They permanently closed.
Get out of here.
Never like that one.
Yeah, permanently closed, man.
Wow. Yep. Somebody's gonna buy it. It's a perfect spot for a freaking pizza.
But the UG's in Mattapan, that was the hangout spot. That was our, like in New York, it was Willie Burgers. Us, it was Simcoe's. Like it was the hangout spot, food spot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Simcoe's in Mattapan. Yeah.
Hot dogs.
Everybody.
Hot dogs.
The hot dog's crazy.
With the toasted bun,
you can't even get none like that.
Every time I go back to the Bean, I gotta go there.
Simcoe's was. Listen, Simcoe's in my time. Simcoe's in my time was Crenshaw Boulevard. I'm telling you.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's Bean.
Talk
to him, Beans.
That was
Crenshaw. Let me tell you,
if y'all know
Boston,
pull up. Crenshaw, UG's down Dudley. Crenshaw.
But Simcoe's, it was nothing like Simcoe's.
Boys in the Hood, where everybody with their whips, music, everything going on. Right down Dudley.
Simcoe's had a crazy menu. Simcoe's on the low had a crazy menu. If you think about it, because I love UG, but the menu was limited. Simcoe's
was chunky. Everything was. You couldn't even close the little thing they put it in. You couldn't close it.
They seafood platter, you couldn't even close the tray.
What up, East Boston?
Close the tray.
They still do that.
They
still do that.
I gotta go. Listen, I might go up there.
Y'all know, okay.
I'm going tomorrow.
I might leave here tonight.
Everything I love, you can ask my son every time I go to the team. I say, we gotta go to Simcoe.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. I'm gonna try to tell y'all. I leave where I live and come down the way. And if I want that type of food, like you just said, that seat, I go right there to the bridge, man. Simcoe's.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Pull up on the bridge, man. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? That it ain't changed. Stacks, it ain't changed. That you can't close the lid. You see, you saying you can't close the lid. That's still like that.
Remember Beans, you said eat on the joint before you got to the whip.
Before you get
to close the lid, you had to eat.
Yeah, to close it, right.
Take some of the clam strips off and Yo, this is Boston,
Yo,
y'all. Y'all, when y'all come to Boston, come to Simcoe's.
That take a
Go
little.
down
Hey,
Dudley, go to UG.
that ride. That's
Go,
more than
you know
an
what I
hour
mean?
from the crib, man. But I'm gonna make it out there after school one of
tell you
these
something,
days.
dog.
Yeah.
Every time I come back to the Bean, first thing I do when I get off the plane.
Look who's jumping in here, yo. What up? Y'all know who that is?
Nah.
That's Big Ramel.
Oh, Big
Oh,
Ramel,
yeah. Oh, yo, what's
That's
good?
Big Mel. What up,
What's
yo?
good,
that's
Mel?
Mel.
What's good,
Hey.
man?
We
Hey,
need
yo,
to
the
get
OG,
on here, man.
the OG bully used to bully me when I was a kid, man. I ain't gonna forget that right
No,
there.
you heard him. Read what he said. He took y'all young cats there. That's who took us to Simcoe's.
Yes, man.
Who
Respect,
took us
man.
to Mel?
Respect,
Yo,
man.
Mel, tell them about Crenshaw,
wagon,
how
son.
UG's down Dudley used
Yo,
to
let me
look
tell you
back in the
something.
days. Crenshaw Boulevard, no bullshit.
Shout out to Mel.
Crenshaw of Boston, yo.
Mel was the first one I seen with the whip, with the system. Like everybody, yo, Mel had the burgundy, the bathtub Volvo joint.
There you go.
Every time
There you go.
I used to leave Bean's crib. I used to go wait for the 29. Mel would be going up the Ave because he lived over there. And Mel used to always grab me and take me and drop me off. I used to live on Ormond in the pen.
Yep.
Mel would say, yo, you want to stop by the joint? T? You want to go to Simcoe's? I'm like, yeah. Yo, shout out to Mel. Yo, Mel
shout out
always
to Mel, man. The system.
Always, dog.
No
Yo,
doubt,
listen,
man. No
my
doubt.
cousin,
Yes.
my cousin, I'm gonna tell y'all one thing, and I'm gonna shout out my cousin on this YouTube. My cousin was an innovator when it came to, put it this way, he single-handedly introduced the b-boy style.
Sure did.
I'm not even lying to you out. The b-boy style to Boston. My cousin introduced that shit. Graffiti writing. He introduced that. Barbering. Before young cats was into barbering.
The tape up.
Remember Beans? Mel was
the tape up afro. That's the first time I seen it.
The first one I ever seen.
Luther say, yo, Mel, what up?
The first one I ever seen do the taper was Mel.
The tape up.
I ever seen a taper.
The tape up.
The blowout afro.
Because remember, there was a time where everybody was just getting the fros. Everybody was getting the lineup in the afros, but he came up with the tape up, taping it up. The taper up. Man, that was.
Yo, Mel, I ain't gonna front. You might want to patent that. I'm telling you, that was the first time the blowout joint with the little
the blowout with the little fade in the side.
Yeah, that was the first one.
That was the first one.
I remember we was at the carnival.
First time I seen it.
And we came back to Bean's crib, and I begged Mel to give me that cut. I begged him to give me that cut.
Yeah, it was different. He was so exclusive, man. You got to cut from him, man.
Who's the first dudes to do designs in your hair in Boston? It was my cousin.
Mel. Yeah, and you know what it was? It was the rose. Remember the rose?
The rose.
Put that rose in the back.
Phil, no, of course, Jamil, of course, Phil. But yo, designing. My cousin had it so, listen, y'all don't understand, man. Before Andy's and they fresh ass liners that they got now, all this fancy shit, my cousin was banging out designs with a wall that didn't have adjustable. No adjustable. and do cursive writing. I used to have Cool C.
Yo, Beans,
written in my shit.
I got a picture of the joint. I still got the picture.
You do? Yo, Cool C written on the side of my joint. Yo, teachers, girls, no matter where I went, I was the flyest kid when it came to a haircut. My shit was cut every
Your crib was the barbershop after school.
My crib was the barbershop.
Yeah, right. That's how I met Rock and Ross. I would go up there. And we would talk, and you know what I'm saying? I would go up there, we was cutting hair and talking shit, talking about Ross was always coming from New York, it seemed. I just got from New York last night.
Yeah. It was
right.
We set that up. We can go there.
You're right.
We was out there.
He was out there.
Yo, Beans ain't giving himself. Beans was nice with the Clippers too.
Yeah, he was.
Beans was nice with the Clippers.
I got a couple of checkers from
Beans chefed me up a couple of times.
Shout out to the brother. Me and Lil Romel used to be his test dummies. Like, yo, man.
But listen, Beans, I ranked it like this. Big Romel, no doubt, number one, and then it was Phil, Cornell, and it was Romel, Little Romel. Like in terms of that little group, you know, because they all was together one time in the shop. All of them,
Beans was nice with the Clippers.
Beans I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't a fancy, design guy, but
the fade was on point. The fade was always on point.
Listen, I cut in a barbershop for mad years. I retired from cutting hair. Who retired in their early 20s from cutting hair? That's how much hair I cut. So,
Damn.
And I retired when I was 28 cutting hair. So that's how much I cut hair. I cut hair from when I was 14 years old, bro. From 14. And I'm talking about like maybe professionally from 17. Going in barbershops, holding down chairs and cutting. It was nice, man. Luther could tell you this. Luther know back. This is, man, we're talking 90s.
You still do a few things, Beans,
oh yeah, man. I got my cousins. Them they want me to come off the bench. They call me. They call me like come off the bench.
Do you do the boys in the hood cut the Furious Styles and talking to your?
Nah, I can still. I'm still fresh with it. Trust me, I'm still fresh with it, yo. I just don't.
You know what I mean by that, like giving advice and shit, like you know what I mean.
Yeah, Luther, you remember them 90s, man. Trust me, man. We was out there nice. Yo, Boston was our playground. No bullshit. I ain't gonna lie. We had a good time out here besides all the dumb shit that was going on around, but we was still enjoying it, man. We had good times out here, man. I ain't gonna lie. And still having great times out here. Like you guys said, it's a blessing that we all still here. Look, you know what I mean? Yes. We got, we got people on jumping on this.
Man, when I be hearing from OGs and just not even just OGs, regular people like us from around the way, man, like you don't understand. Like hey, cut me off, sir. I'm good going to my little woods in the woods. You know what I mean? Like
and Mel's right. It was work. I made money, I used to
like you can't take it away from me. You know what I mean? You can't take it away from me. When I'm out here, man, and they pull me over for no reason, man, I just give them my ID and keep it moving. I'm going to my crib, man. I'm going to go.
That's
watch
it. Yeah, I don't got nothing to explain to you. Like
all the old, like old school cats, man. I remember Mel, Phil used to come get us, take us to the house party joints. You know what I'm saying? All
right. Yep.
Take us to house party joints, all that stuff, man. Yeah.
I remember the first time we went to a house party, we met Cornell and Romel. Terrence brought me up to, Stacks brought me up to, and we were in the whip with my older brother, and we listened to Wu-Tang Protect Your Neck, bro. Stacks, remember that? Yo, we didn't want to get out the car. That's like, yo, we gotta go to that. We were meeting Romel
and that's my cousin who introduced, my cousin introduced like Wu-Tang and stuff. Yo, we was on that type of stuff early.
Yep.
Early.
Nah, you know what I mean? my most memorable music that I can remember with Big Romel that you guys loved a lot was Gangstar.
Oh yeah.
Y'all was playing that Gangstar.
Yep.
We was on Gangstar.
Y'all was bumping that joint, man. Like that old school joint, man. Y'all was bumping Don't Take It Personal.
Yep.
And like them other joints, man, that I can remember a lot. Being in that green wagon. Shout out
green
wagon.
First one I seen
bumping that Gangstar. That Gangstar was serious.
The first one too I seen with the CD changer in the whip. Like you had this, Mel.
Right. Oh, yo, you going back. Mel probably gonna put a smiley face. Remember when you had the CD changer in the trunk?
Yeah, that's the first time I
we used to have everybody's album. Oh, everybody's CD. It doesn't matter. I don't care who it was. Dre, Snoop, whoever back then, Boot Camp Click, you name it. We had it all in the CD changer. And, yo, who you knew had a CD changer? And then, yo, my cousin was one of the first dudes to come out with the phone in the car, bro.
Yeah, I remember that.
This dude pulled the phone out on y'all. I'm not even lying. You.
That's when it probably was like $5 a minute.
$5. Yo, no bullshit. But that was stunting. That was some stunting shit back then, bro.
For real.
Like you a young kid. Yeah. And you pulling out. Y'all
I remember I bought a Sentra.
You pull out a cell phone out of the car. Like, you know what I mean? Like that was.
I bought a Sentra. in 97, it came with a phone. I remember I was doing security. I was in Waltham. I remember talking to Shorty at the time for an hour and a half. My phone bill was like $4 bills, bro. The card note said $750. I said, why is the card note $750? It was like, it's only $200. They added the phone bill on the card note, bro. Nissan, no bullshit.
Oh no, for real?
For real, I was doing security.
Crazy.
I was talking to Shorty on the phone for like 2.5 hours. And they back then, they used to put the cell phone with the car, but they did the note. They added the note, bro. It was crazy. Yeah, the big it was like
it was a big fridge, Luther. You're right, man. Remember? Oh, yo, Luther, Luther and Mel. Y'all remember when they came out with the pack for it?
Yeah. It had the battery. It was the battery
pack. They used to walk around. Used to try to walk
gun case.
Yeah. You
walking around with a gun case was a cell phone.
It was a big ass phone with a big ass cord on it. Oh no! Remember when they went to the gray one though? That's when you was the shit though.
Yeah. The gray joint, right?
Remember when you went cordless to the gray joint with the big antenna and you boop boop boop?
I had the one with the plastic on it and the buttons were green. I had like the kind of it was like 99 or 2000. I had the Nissan Sentra.
Yo, that shit. Yeah, the bag on your shoulder, Luther. Yo, Luther too. Luther don't trip. Luther was with all of that. Yo, he was doing all that shit too. Like, yo, things we was doing before people was doing it, man. I'm telling y'all, man. And it became trend setting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, when like I used to be, y'all know this, like Joe said it, and I'm not even tooting my own horn or nothing like that. I remember I used to be wearing polo shirts and things like that back in the days, and people was like, it looked too preppy, it looked too weird, and that ended up being a style, bro.
My mother worked at Golden Taylor's. My mother had me dressing crazy. I was dressing like Kanye before Kanye. I was in Mission with the penny loafers. The penny loafers and
that's how my father. You're not lying, bro.
What's that looks like that polo with it looked like, I don't know, it was like a sweater, but it looked cute. It looked like, you know what I mean, like a bear type of, not the bear on it, but it was.
No, you talking about the cardigan?
The cardigan, the cardigan joint. I'm like, my mother had a dressing box, you know.
Hold on. Remember Stoney put me on. Remember when the Gap came out with the sweater joint with the joint on the neck? It was like a V-neck sweater. They had on the joint.
Yes.
You call that the Ralph Tresvant.
The Ralph Tresvant. Yo, yes, it was a gray Motorola. Yes, I remember that phone, man. The Motorola. That was the first hands-free, bro, right there. First hands-free cell phone. It was that gray Motorola. No bullshit. That was crazy. I mean, cordless, That was, man, 80s, 90s, man. For the culture, guys. This is the culture right here. We're giving y'all the culture. We tuning it. We're going into March Madness in the next week. So we're just here chopping it up, giving y'all the culture. We're about to wrap it up shortly. And I appreciate everybody who came through and reminisced and talked about Boston. Boston is a great place, man. I'm telling you.
Don't let it fool you. Don't let it fool you, man. Stuff they be playing at the Red Sox game. With all due respect, man, you gotta.
There's two sides.
Yeah,
there's two sides of it, man. Without getting too political with it, man.
We're unique. Look, we're a unique city. I feel like we could easily be a borough in New York. Like
easily. Easily.
Illborough.
That's what I'm saying. We got our own unique. We got our own unique style, and I feel like we let people know,
a little bit of everything.
It's like Staten Island in a way, like different. You know what I mean? It ain't Brooklyn. It ain't the Bronx. It's like a little, but Boston is like, you're right.
Unique,
it's
we
like
got
a unique borough.
Vibes.
Yeah, that's true.
You see Adidas.
Boston Luther.
That's a Boston guy.
I know.
I
think I probably mentioned this.
You can go there now.
Let me Luther. Southeast. No. Let me tell our story.
Now you can.
I remember I told this story. I think you know who's with me. Let me tell this story, and I think Stacks got to remember this. And if you don't remember this, I don't know what happened. But remember one time, as Luther bring up Southie. Luther, Southie's the cream of the crop right now. The Seaport District's beautiful. if you got money and you want to live in Boston, you're gonna move to Southie. I'm just telling you that right now.
Not the old colony side though.
Not the old, no, not the old
more
colony.
towards the seaport.
The
Yeah, you go
seaport.
seaport. Yeah,
The seaport. The
That
seaport.
going that way, yeah.
Going that way. Going that
I'm
way.
feeling
Real
that.
nice. Real nice going that way. But what I'm saying is, I remember one time, me, Stacks, and a few of us. I don't know if you was with us, to Stoney. We went to Charles MGH movie theater and we came back from the movies. I don't know what we went to see, bro. And we got on the red line. We're on the orange line all the time. We're orange line kids.
Yep.
We don't ride the red.
Yep.
We got on the red line because we figured, okay, we'll go all the way to Ashmont, hop on the 23 and get back up to the round the way. We was just killing time.
Right.
Yo, we didn't know the red line. What we do, we get off at Andrew Station back in them days, bro. Stacks, you don't remember them white boys chasing us?
It's coming to me. I think I remember that.
You don't remember when they chased us down the block, down Dorchester Ave? With bats and all kind of shit. We hauled ass. It was me, Stacks, my brother, and I think David Taylor was with us.
I think we fell. I think one of us fell.
One of us fell.
I think we almost snatched the other dude, like his shirt off, trying to pull him. Like, yo, what the fuck?
Yo, they was on our act. They chased us for a minute though, till we got over the bridge into Dorchester. That's how far they was on us running until we got over that bridge into Dorchester from Southie by Andrew Station. If y'all know that length, think about it. We was jogging for about a quarter of a mile or so. Trust me. It wasn't no jog. It was running. We was running.
Flat.
For real, we was running. That was a 4-2. For real, we was out, man. I ain't never forget that. Yeah, yo, Ish was real back then, Luther. It was, man. Back,
it was real back then,
they got my older brother Joe in Chinatown. He tried to stay warm in one of their little hallways.
Mel, you're right. They were called the Townies. That's right, Mel.
Yeah,
the Townies. The Townies. Yep.
They tried to get Joe, my brother, they sliced his coat. They chased him with the knife, though. They got his back, but they didn't get his skin. They sliced his coat.
Man,
I gotta get Joe on here.
It was real then, man. You gotta be careful.
You couldn't be messing around in Charlestown too back in the
day. Oh
no,
I
never even.
I went with my team. You all remember Gazelle?
Charlestown was shady.
Y'all remember
Charlestown was shady, right?
What you mean the Gazelle? The Gazelle shade? The Gazelle glasses?
So we went to me, my team.
My cousin's probably laughing, yo. He had Gazelle glasses.
Yeah, we went to go someplace in Charlestown to get those Gazelles. They let us get the Gazelles, but then they chased us out with the whip, man. After we got the Gazelles, bro. I didn't even get a pair.
Charlestown was always on some other shit too. They was right behind Southie.
You remember Mateen, Stack?
Yeah. Shout out to Mateen, man. Yeah,
I remember Mateen.
Word big remote. Charlestown too was shady on
you can't just. We went to get the Gazelles there because they had the light blue, they had the dark blue, they had the different colors there. There was a
Gazelle, man. The Gazelle, those Gazelle glasses, man. Those Gazelle glasses and the Gazelle shades. Yo, if they could, right now, I bet you if they come back out, that's gonna be some.
Oh, that would sell out.
That's fire right now. If they could find that company to come back out right now,
even the Yum Yums would sell out.
Yeah,
Yum Yums.
Yep,
Yum Yums.
Yum Yums.
Yo, I was wondering why Adidas never re-dropped them joints too. I was always wondering why. I was waiting for them shits to come out.
They still make
re-dropped the equipments. Stacks. I told Stacks. Yo, they re-dropped the equipments, fam. I wore them one day. My feet was on fire.
Yo,
I can't wear. I gotta wear nice, bro. I'm not gonna just nice. I gotta wear nice.
I sent you the money. You went to Alpha Omega and mailed me my joints. You know what I mean? So I sent Joe the money. Like you said, I wore them shits twice.
I had a pair of black equipments, yo. Whew. You're right.
Bro. You can't do it.
I don't even know how. No, to tell you the truth, they were. Think about this, guys. Those were.
But you wore a sock, and you had to put the.
No,
the sock
but they were a basketball sneaker.
It sure was. They sure was a basketball.
And it was the worst sneaker you could put in your foot, bro. I'm telling you, that thing was horrible.
Yep. No.
One of the worst sneakers that I've ever owned was a quick.
They look the best though. They're probably the best looking.
Oh, they're nice.
Yo, though, something about when you had them blue jeans with that burgundy sock.
Yeah.
They had the teal green joint. The teal green.
Yeah, the teal green was the originals, I think, Crook, right? I think those were the first ones. Then they came on with the black,
teal green. You wore the teal green with the, but you know what? You was able to mix match too, you know, because if you had the white and the black equipment, you was able to mix match the socks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like you was able to get.
One time I
went
to see when the Patriots were undefeated that year. Me and my brother went to the night game against Philly, and I was so torn. We left the crib. I had the equipments with my regular socks. So, by halftime, I couldn't feel my feet, cuz bro.
He said shell toes. He said shell toes was the worst, just like Chuck's. I never had a pair.
Did Jalen Rose wear shell toes in the pros game?
Yo, let me tell you.
Shell toes is horrible.
Bad for your feet.
I always wanted a pair of Chuck Taylors.
Shell toes.
Yo, I never had a pair of Chuck Taylors.
I never had a pair of Chucks.
I went to the mall and I found the ill all white leather joints. Yo, the Chucks, man. I always wanted a pair. Yo, like Big Romeo said, I put my foot in them joints. Yo, I had to take them shits off and walk in my socks. I was like, yo, this shit is crazy. I don't know. Yo, how they used to play ball in them joints back in the day.
I don't know.
Yeah, man. Just imagine they feet after the game. It must have been on fire.
Had to be bleeding.
Bleeding.
It had to be bleeding. Hell yeah.
Them are horrible sneakers, man. Chucks, I don't know. And these kids wearing today is fashion. You know, it's fashion now for these kids.
I can't do the Chuck, B. I can't do the Chuck.
And them how them LA dudes wore that? That was their thing.
Wearing them out in LA.
That was their thing.
LA, they had them out there.
But they was easy. They wore them on some casual.
They really wear them, you know?
Huh? No, they really wear those out there.
They really wear them because when I was out there,
wearing them. Yeah,
they really wear them joints.
Yeah, they still. Yeah, they rock them shit. But I'm on.
They still rock them today.
They still rock them.
Yep.
Today they might be pulling their Vans out. They might. You might see some of them with some Vans on, but they still rocking their.
Yeah, they rock those.
I ain't fuck with them shits, dog.
Fuck that. I never had a pair of them shits.
You gonna see my Air Max?
Just imagine the ankles on them shits.
Yo, I had the low top joints. You couldn't have told me I wasn't fly. Yeah, I walked.
Yo, you know it's funny. That's as close as I would get wearing them shits. The low top joints.
The low top. I
never had a pair.
I would rock the low top joints any day.
I never had a pair.
Top joints, fuck that, man.
I had the low top joints. I can't do that, man. Frostbite sneakers.
Frostbite.
He
said, "Dude, see, Mel used to do that graffiti, man."
Who's that dude from Humboldt that did graffiti too? Light skin dude. He might know. June was it June something?
Was it June? Not June. Bug.
He always put June on June. Son, he put it everywhere in Boston. They say he was from Humboldt. I could be
remember that other dude that used to tag everything, man. Forgot the name of it.
Yeah, I thought it was that.
Nah, it was a different name, man. He tagged Madison.
I'll call him
tag every block. Damn, forgot the name of that.
Yeah, I'll find out for the next show. He was everywhere. Man.
Yeah,
but you probably talking about the same guy, but it wasn't June. It was a different.
It wasn't June. Okay, it was something. I could having a name wrong, but
he said he was from. He said he was from Humboldt. Then
he was right. Yeah, he was from Humboldt. He was light skinned dude. I know him. I forget what he used to put it everywhere.
You know a lot of those graffiti guys.
Right, and you would see it.
He used to hang with them, tagging them graffiti guys.
This is the cold snap right here.
Who's that? Sam Adams.
Cold out.
Yeah, cold snap, man.
Y'all still cold up there?
What? Man, it's cold.
See, what do you think, boy? What do you think? It's 80 out here?
Bro.
Oh, man.
Yo, but it was 60 degrees last weekend.
Yo, we over here reminiscing, man. You acting like when you live out here in what?
Yeah, I know, Jermaine. I'm
in February.
Damn.
When you was out, Stacks. When you out here in February, what was your memories out here in February?
Nah, but to be fair to Stacks, it was like 60 degrees out last weekend, Crook. 60 and 50 last weekend.
Yo, that was two days.
I'll take them 2 days, Beans. I'll take those 2 days, bro. For real.
I got spoiled real quick, man. I was like, "Oh, spring's coming."
We barbecued last.
Yeah, right. It was freezing like 2 days later. Yo, we freezing our ass.
Yo, look,
I ain't gonna lie, yo.
Last night was cold, man. It was windy.
Before we go though, I went with my girl to see that Bob Marley joint. That is fire.
Tell me. Yeah.
That was fire, bro.
Now let me ask you a question. I want to go see the movie. Don't tell me nothing about it. There's only one comment I want to hear, and that's the only thing I want to hear from people. The lead actor, do he convinces you?
Yo, listen.
Do he convince you? Do he convince you? Now, you seen Bob Marley in your life growing up. You watch different things of Bob Marley and how he was as a person, this, that, and the third. We all know this, right?
Right.
Do he possess that character? Can he? Do he hold that? Do he hold that character?
My girl, she's from the islands, bro. I'm gonna tell you this straight up. She said by 15 minutes in, she was thinking about that was Bob. 15 minutes in.
Wow.
And she's serious with it.
You know, Beans, homie from England though, so he might got the accent. You know,
no, he's serious.
Homie's from the he's from the UK?
Yeah, from the UK.
Okay. Beans, he's serious about it, bro. Serious about it. And the movie is crazy.
I mean, think about it. His sons, especially Ziggy got his hands on it. Ziggy wouldn't put his hands on it if the dude wasn't legit. You know what I mean?
I was surprised, not because Ziggy was involved, because they kept the Hollywood. They have a few Hollywood, things you got to throw in there. But overall, where he had his last show, when he did the show, that's where they were at. It was at that Real House. They made it authentic, fam. It was a good movie, bro. It was crazy, bro. I recommend that. That's my little.
I gotta go. That's the culture. I gotta go see that. Then
I'm gonna see it, but
I'm a big Bob Marley person, so I gotta see that. Man.
Bob Marley. I compare Bob Marley's life to you're gonna think I'm crazy, but to Bruce Lee. I mean, you're talking about guys that were ill in their own right, but they died like mysteriously, man. Like you would have thought.
They say, he said India loved my daughter India loved the podcast, and okay, all right, good luck. Yeah, India, she likes the podcast. Thanks, shout out India. What's up, girl? Thank you for watching and subscribe on your own, not your dad's YouTube. Subscribe on your own, like, subscribe, give us the thumbs up, help me out, and share it with your friends since you like this the way we chop it up. With that being said, what you saying?
They were ill in their own right. Bob Marley, forget about it. Bruce Lee, forget about it.
They're all in that mysterious.
But it was mysteriously the way they
crazy, bro. I agree with you, Crook.
They said he had something on his toe. He had.
They said he had melanoma cancer, and then they saying, truthfully, I don't want to say it on the thing, but those boys, the boys that control the world, had something to do the reason why it ended up in his foot. Something happened at a soccer game with Bob Marley, and then next minute you know, his foot started hurting, and next minute you know.
But the only thing is though,
he got cancer in his foot.
I won't dispute
but he,
that,
you gotta remember
though. You gotta remember though. I'm not saying that, but you gotta remember what his father was too.
Yes,
so
exactly, and that runs in, and
that's
they have
carry.
Exactly.
That's something they carry. You know that.
You're totally right. You're
so,
totally right.
I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong. I'm just saying,
Damn, he died in 81, man. Whoa.
Yeah, Bob Marley, man. We didn't.
But see the movie, man. It was, bro.
No, I'm gonna check it out.
Do all that recommending this and that. That movie was fire, bro. For real.
Yeah,
it was
I'm gonna check it out this weekend for sure.
Yeah, Luther.
And Luther
would know, that's his countryman. He's from Yard, so Luther would know, man. Yeah, they did. Bob, I think there is a conspiracy for why Bob Marley is not alive today, and that was because Bob Marley was about to change something real going on in the world, and just by music.
I ain't gonna argue with it because I ain't from there, but them people have those skin problems. That's what I'm gonna tell you.
No, they do.
Especially those.
I know that for fact.
And then maybe he didn't get that proper treatment. Maybe he he didn't
want to
think about it.
He really didn't want to.
He probably didn't want. He probably didn't believe in that. It's just
Bob was a real Rastafarian. So
he was Rasta, so they don't want to do all that.
He didn't touch none of that.
Medicine. He tried
went
to
to
do the alternative.
alternative. Yeah, he went to Germany to mess. Yeah,
Sweden, right? Or somewhere
Sweden or
crazy.
Germany, one of them.
Germany.
Yeah. Yep, he went there. Yep.
But it was great movie, fellas. Seriously, bring your ladies and bring your, you know what I mean?
Yep. No, for real, that's true. He is the Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
Of the Rastafarian, you know,
and they go deep into that. They go deep
black
into
people.
that.
I wouldn't even say Rastafarian. I would say black people to period. He's another. Bob Marley's an icon to black people.
I agree.
Period.
Yo, his music is I don't think we appreciate him. We do.
No. Yeah.
We do. We do. But I'm saying as far as just music, people don't understand, man. That the album, Legend is on the level of Thriller, in my opinion. You understand? As the greatest album of all time. This is my opinion.
That's my opinion. You're totally right.
I don't think people realize, because I think at the end of the day, it's like Crooks said, man, he was so mysterious. Michael was too, but Michael was in our face for so long. You got to remember, if you weren't an islander, I don't want to be ignorant, but he wasn't in my spectrum. You know, like Michael was in my spectrum. But if you listen and if you just love music, it doesn't matter. You can't tell me that album is not on that level of Thriller. You understand what I'm saying? Anybody, when I was in that movie theater last night, bro, that was like, I was in a white movie theater. It was sick. It was, I don't know where everybody came from. It was like a rainbow coalition up in there. That just goes to show you how big this. No one goes into movies like that no more. This place was. I get it was the first night, Valentine's Day.
Right.
You couldn't get a seat in there, bro. It was sold out in 4 or 5 different movie theaters, and it didn't disappoint. Now, I'm not from Jamaica. I'm not a Rasta. I'm not trying to. The authentic, being authentic. His son had a lot to do with it. So you're gonna get a lot of that authentic. They had like parts of it where you're like, okay, this is real. They showed him becoming a Rasta. You feel me? So, man, I would never think I would see that in Hollywood, bro. For real, like them showing it like that. You understand? Mainstream. Y'all know what I mean by that. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Shout out.
Yo, listen, one thing, I'm going to go see this movie since you just said it's something for us to go see as people, black people, period. I've always known my dad grew me up on Bob Marley. Not because I'm an islander and I'm from Trinidad. Yes, that's main part of it. But my dad grew me up on Bob Marley just by the teachings in the music.
Yeah.
The teachings in the music, he was writing some shit that
his lyrics are crazy.
I would never forget this. I took my baby, my 12, she's 11 now, Gabby. She was only 6 months old. And I went to Bob Marley's house in Jamaica, where he grew up in 9 Mile.
Hope Road?
In 9 Mile, Jamaica, right?
Okay.
And there was a part in his song when he used to talk about the rock was his pillow, and he used to lay on the rock and stare into the sky. That's a song. That's a verse in one of those songs. I forget the song, but the rock was his pillow. I went to that rock, and me and my daughter touched that rock, bro.
Nice.
Where Bob Marley used to lay his head and sleep at night outside in the elements. You see what I'm saying? To just even be in that kind of like realm is something different that you would never experience. It's something different. And I did that some years ago. I even went to his crypt where he's buried, him and his uncle and I think his mama or something. And it's something to just see and to experience. So yeah, Bob Marley's birthplace up there in 9 Mile, Jamaica. I've been there. That place, it's magical knowing that this man with that talent and his background and where he came from, between his mother and his father, who his mother was, it's a deeply it's a deep experience.
Legendary. That was a great experience.
Yo, thanks for bringing that up for the culture, man. One of my cousin told me yesterday he was going to go see the same thing. He was like, "Yo, I'm going to go watch the Bob Marley movie with my lady." And I'm like, "Damn."
Crazy.
You know what I mean? And then you told me you did it. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's crazy. Something I got to see. You know? Yes, it's in the Bible. Yes, yep.
And I love music so much, man. Like I said, bro, listen, you listen to this man's. We all know it, but then you got to get reminded sometimes. Like, you know what I mean? It's like when people talk about LeBron and all these guys, sometimes you got to throw on those Jordan and Bird highlights and Magic highlights to get reminded, not to compare and contrast,
right?
Just get reminded what greatness is. It's not. I'm not comparing people. I'm not doing that no more. I don't care about all that.
Right.
But sometimes I'm like, wow, Michael was dropping 40, 50 without shooting a three. You know what I'm saying? Like Bird could have did this and that, but that's what it was with music, man. Like,
and when you saw Magic, think about Magic.
Yeah, when you sometimes we just, I don't know, man. Like I said, I love that movie came out. I'm glad what they did because it brings you back to who he was, man. Like he did a lot of shit, bro.
They had
he did a lot of stuff for people, man. Like people, we seem to forget that, not for Bob, but we always talk about our legends, what they're not doing right. Because it's social media, it's this and that. But to see a guy who got shot, went to the still showed up, did the show. You understand what I'm saying? And then forgave the guy that shot. Man, that is legendary stuff. And like Crook said, man, he's mysterious. It's like Bruce Lee, man. I love Bruce Lee.
Yeah,
I watched Bruce Lee. I watched Bruce Lee. I watched the thing. Is it called
Mysterious.
The Water? Is it the documentary, The Water? What's it called? I forget what it's called.
Like water.
But it's just mysterious because you're talking about like in their own right, they were elite. They was elite.
Yeah, because what we do, Crook, right?
For them to go out that way at that age,
it made that shit even more shady. His son died the same way.
Right.
And the thing is,
young.
We always compare and contrast, man. Like for me, and not to get off the subject, but like I was watching a Malcolm and Martin special that song, man. And sometimes I don't want to compare and contrast. And I know that's politics and all that, and not sports. But what I'm saying is people compare Malcolm and Martin. I don't want to do that. I want to look at these individuals individually, man, as someone that we don't have. Our heroes ain't Nas and Jay-Z. I love Nas and I love these guys. But what I'm saying
Thanks for saying
we need to look at these gentlemen, not Beyonce and all them. No disrespect to them, none at all. I tell the boys, listen, and thank God they know their history, man. You know what I mean? Because of their grandmother, but they're named after Malcolm and Elijah. That ain't a secret. The mother did that. But the thing is, I wish more kids nowadays would get that little knowledge. I'm not saying be like them. I'm not saying try to just get that little knowledge, man. Put the sexy red shit down for 2 minutes. Put the Cardi B beat with whoever.
Totally right.
No disrespect to none of them people. I'm just saying, look at your history. Look at your history, man. It's there for you.
Remember
no
when
they made a movie about this man.
Remember when this is the problem, and I'm glad they made the movie. I'm glad you said that, and I applaud them making the movie. I applaud Ziggy and his family doing this because they needed to see this, right? Everybody getting their movies, but how do y'all figure about Bob? So I'm glad Bob got it.
This was crazy. This was a real one,
right?
Real well.
But as you saying that, remember the comment that it was in one of Nas's albums or whatever. It was in the belly. Shorty can't, you trying to kick knowledge? They don't want to hear that no more.
Yeah, we
when you try to kick knowledge to these young kids, they looking at you like you trying to kick knowledge. I ain't trying to hear that shit.
No, but Beans, real quick, I know what you're saying, but
they need to hear it though.
Real quick, Beans, I'm sorry to cut you, but this is important. I'm not that guy that will sit there and try to talk to you for 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. You get what I'm saying? I'll give you that gem. And I walk away from it because when I was younger, and I know it's a different time, when them dudes used to come on the block like, yo, y'all need to do when he was being too much, it went through one end or the other. Sometimes the short message is the message. Now, that doesn't mean they're all going to go run and do these things. But what I'm saying, I feel as though the shorter the message is, the more potent it is. You feel what I'm saying? No one wants to be preached to, in my opinion. Especially in the microwave age we're in now. Everything's TikTok. Everything's 20 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds. Songs now are minute. Remember we grew up with songs, rap songs are 4 minutes. 3 verses and a hook. You only get a minute and a half. It makes my job easier, by the way. Don't forget Mixtapes and Metaphors 2 coming out in June.
Plug that.
But our attention span, even as adults, ain't what it is, because we all got kids around us. Our attention span is getting lower too, because we don't want to see nothing for 4 minutes no more. Them little shorts on YouTube, it's like, oh shoot, boom, boom, boom.
Shit me, nigga. If there's a story behind it, I can sit in front of the TV. If it's good,
no,
I'm
for
watching.
Sure.
I love a good story. No, he's right.
But your time is valuable, though, Stacks. Your time is valuable. You ain't gonna be like when you were younger.
You can always make time for knowledge, my nigga. You can always make time for knowledge.
But that's us. But that's us.
And now
we're trying to
do I'll give you that.
You can always make time for education.
I'll give you that.
And now there's a lot of special documentaries, movies,
man.
A
lot of history.
Showtime and all these.
And then when you watch these specials, you watch these documentaries, you learn a lot. And shout out to Netflix with Griselda. Y'all got to check that out.
That was right. I've seen
that was serious.
Don't tell me, Crook. I'm on episode 2, Crook.
I ain't saying nothing, but that's serious. That really happened.
I thought they could have went a little deeper, though. I thought they could have.
No. They only went as deep as they could with the information that they had. But there's another one coming out.
But
you got to think about it. You got to be careful.
Because remember, she got busy in Cali too. So
but there's somebody else that's working on that. You see those type of documentaries. You got to be real careful because you got to get the information.
And dude's Netflix, talking now too. Her man's on Black
They got
TV
that
now.
Information. Yeah, well, the guy that she had a relationship with, the black dude.
You're right, Mel. You can't get back time, so these kids need the time.
He's coming with his joint.
Yeah, he's coming.
He's speaking on his joint, but the one on Netflix now, that was a good.
No, Griselda, yo, I ain't even finished. Listen, I haven't finished. I haven't even finished watch. I haven't finished watch Griselda, but Sofia Vergara.
And they say she played it. People that knew Griselda, they said Sofia Vergara nailed it. They said she nailed it.
I watched that whole joint, man.
You watched it already? The whole joint already?
They said she nailed it.
It was so good I couldn't stop watching it.
No, I was
Beans, they say she nailed it. People that was with her, people that was around her, it's like, yo, she nailed it. They said it was scary, the resemblance of how she portrayed it.
Wow.
So when you hear stuff like that, you definitely got to check it out.
Yeah, shout out to
Netflix with that one.
Y'all always love a good documentary, though.
Me too.
Yeah, because you learn a lot that you never knew, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
That Charles Stewart joint, man. There was a lot of stuff I didn't know until I watched it. That was another good documentary. The whole situation, Charles Stewart and all that, and the mission and all that. That was ill.
Trial 6?
Yeah,
no, the recent one they have.
No, I know that one. What's the other one though with the dude Boston? Sean something?
Oh no, you gotta watch that.
Oh yeah, that one was good too. With the
the one with the cop, the one with the cop. You gotta watch that. What's his name?
She's in that one for a minute because you know she deals with the city.
Mulligan. I forgot the name of that one.
Mulligan. They still listen.
That joint was ill. That joint
was ill. But
I just saw something on. I think it was like, I don't know if I was on Facebook, YouTube, one of them things, and they had a thing like who really killed whatever Mulligan, whatever his first name.
The dude died that killed him.
No, it was just a question on. I was reading something.
That's what
Facebook,
happened.
And they said who really killed such and such Mulligan in Boston, and they was like, yeah, that was a big thing, man. These dudes,
there's a lot. They touched on it, but let me tell you, it was there, man. You know, the person that was responsible for that, he ended up dying anyway. But it was
thanks, Mel. Thanks for giving us that shout out. We trying, man. We shout out, man. Come through again next week. We're on Sunday night, 7:45. We're gonna try to do a little bit different than 7:30, but 7:45. We're on next Sunday night. This Sunday night coming up. So check us out again. Join in. Get in that chat, man. We enjoy the chat. We love people getting in the chat. It helps the show move along, and it creates content. So thanks, Mel, for joining in. Thanks, Luther, for joining in, talking about the 90s, talking about back in the days, talking about Boston. We got to represent our town. This is Boston. We don't get enough representation as far as like where we're from. You know what I mean? We always hear Boston. They talk about, you know, downtown. And if you tell somebody you're from Boston, they be like, oh, I remember the first thing they go, busing. Like, yo, that's way back then. Like, you know, that was, you know,
it's new.
Every
city got they
every
time.
city went through. Everybody went.
History.
You know, you could. I'm telling you,
city
look,
has a
I'm telling
history.
you, you could go out west and you be like, yo, I'm from Boston. The first thing they want to
No, I
mention, they
feel
look
you.
at you like,
I'm agreeing with
you're
you.
black.
I'm agreeing with
You look at you, you'll be like, okay, you're black.
I'm
Oh,
not
wow,
disagreeing
how's
with
it
you.
living out? How is it living
I'm
out
not
there? And I'm
disagreeing
like,
with you.
what do you mean? How's it living
But
out
you know
there?
they also had that
Boston's
pussy
fire.
scandal in Staten Island too, right? Same thing, if not worse. It was bad too out there, Staten Island.
Oh, Staten Island. Oh, yeah,
Watch the Wu-Tang documentary. Al Sharpton was out there marching. They were throwing rocks at his head.
That shit in the South was 10 times worse.
Yeah,
you know
lynching people, going to school, people getting lynched.
Yeah, not coming back home from school type shit. Yeah, that's crazy. Yo, Luther, thanks up, man. Yo, one love, Luther, man. Thanks for shouting us out, man. Thanks for coming on, man, and being one of our you know, say how you want to say how that word
regulars?
Is regulars. It's being on here, keeping us flowing with the content. We greatly appreciate it, man. And
I love all the listeners.
Oh man, I love all the listeners, man. Everybody who joined in, man.
Terrell, everybody.
Terrell, you talking about Miss Sandy on here? She jumps in. Miss Sandy jumps in and takes her time out to jump in.
East Boston fam came through a little bit earlier.
East Boston came through. East Boston was here earlier.
I gotta come get my helmet too, man.
East Boston Beast, yeah. Yo, East Boston Beast, man. Can you hit me up, man? I need some memorabilia so I can put it around the studio.
Why is Memphis beating Milwaukee right now, Stats? Your boy Doc Rivers.
That's that trap game. They didn't when you
he's fucking
say something. A college coach once told me that game right there.
Yo, you hear look what Big Mel said he want his shot. He said, what you want? Big Mel said, yo, put me on the tube too, yo.
Who homie we had on again that he had the worst service?
Dino.
Shout out to Dino. Shout out to
Dino, man. Dino was on the corner. He was on his couch. Like, yo,
where was he at?
It's good, man. He was on his couch.
He didn't make the cut, but
Dino, come back, brother.
Dino, you should be on
here. You have better internet, right? Can't be a half a gig
on the joint.
Yo,
oh yeah, Dino.
My man came on with a half a gig.
Yo, no doubt, Mel. Get your game face ready, tighten up, shave. Yeah, you coming on the tube. We're gonna get you on here, especially when we talking the culture, especially when we talking Boston.
Hell yeah.
I want to invite you on because you are part of the culture. There you go, guys. Look, we want to interview somebody who's part of the culture of Boston, who brought different vibes to the city way back in the 80s. Is my cousin. You know what I mean? Jermaine, dark skin Jermaine, know what I mean? Yo, hit us up.
Big Mel.
Hit us up, Big Mel.
Big Mel, man. Always.
Yeah. Y'all sound infamous. Y'all sound famous. Now we trying to get there, man, Mel. We working on that. This is our project. We working on it so y'all can see us as a regular staple out here, man. Trust me. Giving y'all this content.
I call Big Ramel, aka Marlo from The Wire.
Shout out to
Let me
Marlo,
tell you,
man.
When I watch Marlo, I used to think of Mel. Him and Mel, they resemble each other.
Shout out to The Wire. The
whole flow.
Lot of actors in The Wire on the low that you didn't know was in. You got to go out and rewatch that series, man. It's a lot of actors in there on the low.
A lot of dudes came out of there.
Yeah,
a lot of dudes
came out of that. Shout out to Michael B. Jordan was in the joint.
Yep,
yeah.
Michael B. Jordan, man. But he went out shady though. He was shady.
Shady.
They had him shady in there, but
shout out to my man Stringer Bell.
Yo, Stringer Bell. That dude, he was smooth, man.
El Pollo Loco.
El Pollo Loco. Shout out, bro. Thanks for
that's Worcester's finest. I always fuck with him. I always say, yo, that's seven. What's that area code? That's 718. Ain't that 617?
Nah, it ain't that 617. He still get that. They get it popping in
They get it popping. But let me tell you a story why I say that to him, though. You're gonna die. Yo,
I got somebody else on here that I gotta give a shout out. Hold on, real sec. I gotta give a shout out. What up, Diane? What are you doing on my show, Diane? Thanks for coming on, Diane. Enough respect. Diane's something else. What up, Diane? Diane's out here too, though. Yo, if I had Diane tell her story, guys, when it comes to the culture, woo. Diane, we gonna talk, Diane. You got something for the culture too. We'll talk later. She's smiling. She knows what's good. She know what I'm talking about. Diane got something for the culture. She could school a lot of young females out here on some shit, man. That trust me, I'm telling y'all right now. But Jig, man, go ahead. I'm sorry, man. I just want to shout out Diane.
Nah. I say that about when we was at a big time high school game watching the game, and it was Tom Brady's last game. We played against Tennessee, and this cat stayed at the game. I said, dog, that's when I said, that's 718, 8 that 617, dog, because everybody with the 617 is watching this game. Ain't nobody from the beam missing Tom last game.
No, nobody. Oh yeah, man. I'm glad you caught us, man. I'm glad you jumped in and caught this show, man. We're 225. We was gonna do an hour show today. That was on my mind. 60 minutes, and we're 2 hours and 25 minutes in. But
not to cut you, Stoney. Caitlin Clark did score 49 points. I told you.
Yeah, nice,
man.
Thanks. 49 points.
49 points.
And what was the total though?
She beat the record, right?
Yeah.
She beat the record. But what's the total for what the team scored together?
They had to score. I don't know. I just see.
Did she score? She scored half the team's points.
Probably.
Yeah, she's a beast.
They ain't that good without her.
She's a beast. Yeah, Mel, I'm glad you caught it, man. Catch us on Sunday. We're about to jump off now. I know my guys are tired. It's 10:13, 10:14. We've been on here rocking for about 2.5 hours now, man, and we got it. I'm glad that you guys love the content. I'm glad you guys love what we're doing and what we're trying to bring. This is for Boston. We're doing this for Boston. Trust me, that's what we're doing it for. This was my vision, was to bring this team together that I got right now and do it for Boston, to share Boston stories sports-wise, to share Boston stories on the culture, to share Boston stories just on the living aspect. People want to know how it is living out here. We're going to tell you guys how it is. We've been out here our whole lives, and we know the city like the back of our hands. So, yeah, once again, this is Parlay with us. You got my man, Stoney Cook. You got my man, Sean Doe, and you got Hustle Stacks. Join us again on Sunday, 7:45. We'll be here live, Eastern Standard Time.
Love y'all.
Love y'all.
Easy.
It was nice. It was a good show. We'll see you guys again.
Yo, Stoney, that's a finish. That's a finish, Stoney, before we go.
No, this
snapback.
Snapback.
All right.
All right. All right, people. So yeah, it was.
I'm on you, Stoney.
Yo, I got plenty more for you, man.
Right.
Yo, it's gonna be a long career for us, man.
Thanks, Diane, for joining in. Thanks, Mel, for joining in. Thanks, Luther, for joining in. El Pollo Loso, thanks for joining in. East Boston Beast, thanks for joining in. And everybody else.
Shout out to Big Ramel, man. Shout out to Big Ramel, man. Come on, man. Anytime, whether I see you in person,
that's my man. That's my ace pleasure, man. Y'all know that's my pleasure, man. That's my dude, man.
Mel was a big influence in my life, man.
I'm sure. All of our lives.
All of our lives, definitely. All of our lives.
That's facts right there. That's facts.
All of our lives, man.
So yes, shout out to Big Ramel. Shout out to everybody who joined in. We'll see you guys again. I'm gonna hit y'all with that outro.
Yeah, God, to make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, son get through, but don't break you.